We're here at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex at the RBI World Series. Two teams really ready to go after it. I'm excited to see them go to battle.
Yeah, and it's so exciting how RBI has grown over the years. It really has made some great strides.
Yeah, totally. I was born in 1996, and I remember being a kid and hearing about the Urban Youth Academy in Compton, and it had such folklore, and to see how far RBI has come and MLB has gone with them, it's just really cool to see it, and it's great to be here at the World Series. It's the cherry on top.
Yeah, over 200 teams in the RBI World Series. We got two to focus on for this championship game, and we're more on those two teams. We go to the third member of our broadcast crew, Sandy Charles.
Thanks, Cedric. These teams are ready. They're locked in. In fact, I just talked to both of them, and they said, we just want to get out and play baseball. Let's start with Indy Nike RBI team. They're led by the father and son coaching duo in John and Dominique Boggs. Now, I spoke with both of them, and they said, we bring an old school and a new school coaching approach. They've been building this team for the last 3 years together, and they're one win away from a championship moment. Now, on the other side, for Diamondbacks, they got here in dramatic finish with 14 innings, a walk-off, a single. Now, as a reminder, these teams are only playing 7 innings. So in reality, they played 2 games yesterday. I spoke with manager Eric Figueroa, and he said, this has been a movie, like a movie. It feels like a movie. So we'll see if they can finish the story tonight, Cedric.
Thank you, Sandy. The Diamondbacks had a 14-inning win yesterday. What really stood out about that, Cole?
I'm most impressed with catcher Adolfo Pacheco. He caught all 14 innings of that game last night, and he's back behind the dish today. He's a warrior. I'm very excited to see him go to work today.
Pacheco, certainly a player to watch for the Diamondbacks. There's tons of players to watch because it's time to crown a champion. RBI World Series, Arizona and Indy. One of these teams will take home the crown.
Today, for Jackie Robinson Day, also serving as Nike RBI Day at the Jackie Robinson Museum, Nike RBI athletes have been invited to participate in some exclusive programming and learn more about the legacy of Jackie Robinson.
It's a scavenger hunt to figure out what stuff that Jackie Robinson did. First question they asked us, what 4 sports did Jackie Robinson play when he was in college and USC, and they had us go around in this big area to find out which ones.
I think this means the world to the kids in the community, really allowing them to be present here in the museum with special guests like Dylan Patanzas, AJ Andrews, Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Tremendous experience being able to be here in this beautiful museum of Jackie Robinson, being able to spend some time with the kids at RBI. I grew up the same way, grew up in the inner cities, and to be able to share some of this experience with them, I think it was definitely rewarding. Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player is you.
Oh, well, I love that. That's a great answer, brother.
We were lucky enough to be in the presence of none other than Rachel Robinson. Truly an honor for both us and the kids, just being in the presence of someone who's done so much for us on and off the field.
Jackie Robinson was the reason why I was able to play this game, for him to break the color barrier, allow a lot of us of color to play. And for me to be able to meet Rachel Robinson, something I'll always remember.
The 2025 Nike RBI World Series Senior Boys Championship from the Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Vero Beach, Florida is ready to begin. We got players from the other teams here to watch the games. We got families, kids of all ages here as well too, and it should be a great one. Let's introduce the Indy Nike RBI program and their lineup for today. Leading off, it'll be Malik Perkins playing center field while Desmond Francis is batting second and in left field. Mayo Fernandez is batting third and at shortstop, while the middle of the order is as follows. Jackson Days at designated hitter, Jaron Miles at second base, and David Pena at catcher. He's batting sixth. And then rounding out the lineup, the bottom 3 in the order, the first baseman Theo Kramer, Mikey Williamson is the third baseman and batting 8th, and Nick Johnson rounds out the lineup. He's batting 9th and playing right field for Coach Eric Figueroa's squad, the Indy Nike RBI program champs of the Central Division.
I'm very excited to see this guy right here, Malik Perkins, the Sportsmanship Award winner here for this tournament, and just elite speed. And I think Indy's key to this game is going to be getting guys like Perkins and Desmond Francis and Nick Johnson on the bases and wrecking some havoc.
Well, Cole, the guy trying to prevent that is Juan Hernandez, right-handed pitcher who's committed to play at Pima Community College, making his second start of the Nike RBI World Series and looking to make it a great one.
Yeah, and he's got a full slate of pitches tonight. The skipper, Eric Figueroa, was saying that they're going to ride him as long as they can. Obviously, once they get to 105, they got to shut it down. But he's ready, and he's a grinder out there. He's going to go out there and eat some innings.
Yeah, he's had some phenomenal outings as well, too. In the game 1 of the regional championship, they ended up getting the win, and he pitched a complete game in that win. So he has been in big-time situations. He knows what it's like to be here in this moment. And I think that's a huge key, Cole, for all these players, is just keeping that mental fortitude as we go.
Yeah, 100%. And a 4-year returner like Adolfo Pacheco, who I mentioned earlier, behind the dish, just speaks to his experience in this team. They've been here before. They practice out at Salt River Fields in Arizona every day. They're not afraid of the lights. They're going to show up ready to play tonight.
And on the other side, you have an Indy team that had to beat one of the powerhouses of the Nike RBI Senior Division, the Chicago White Sox, a program that won last year and won 2 out of the last 3 years prior. But this year, Indy knocked them off to earn their spot into the RBI World Series. And then they defeated New Orleans in the championship game, or semifinal, I should say, to make it to the championship game.
Yeah, and everything that I understand, it feels like they feel like a little bit of an underdog. They came into this tournament a little bit flat, not feeling it, but they knew they had to go 5-0, and here they are. And here's Malik Perkins.
So we're ready to go. The Jackson Yell Sportsmanship Award winner from the tournament, Malik Perkins, gets us started. Cloudy skies rolling in, blocking the sun from the heat. And we are ready to go. First pitch of the Senior Division Championship is a called strike at the top of the zone.
Getting ahead early, that's going to be a huge key for Hernandez. It's a championship game, win or go home mentality. Getting the first strike is huge.
Went with the breaking ball for the first time, misses low, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the last start for Hernandez, he had 4 walks in that game, so it will be huge to maintain that command, Cole.
Yeah, especially with all the speed that this Indy team has. It's going to be a tough night on defense if they load the bases up. As we see a little shown bunt there.
Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Perkins. This is an Indy RBI program that is really firing on all cylinders. They have 7 players in the lineup with a 900 OPS or higher.
It's unbelievable.
In with the 2-1. And that finds the edge for a strike.
Love it, love it. I'd love to see Perkins put something in play with 2 here, make something happen, get the game going a little bit.
Aim to do that on this 2-2. Called strike 3. He rung him up. First strikeout of the day for Hernandez. As we'll take a look at the defense that is behind Hernandez. Doing the catching is Adolfo Pacheco, who caught all 14 innings, and he's back in, for this matchup here today. Omar Guzman is at first base. Juan Chavez is on the hot corner. Middle of the infield is Julio Reyna and Cesar Valentin. And in the outfield from left to right, Ricardo Fonseca, Genaro Brito, and Cesar Chavez to round out the defensive alignment. This brings on Desmond Francis with 1 away.
Desmond Francis plays left field. He's committed to University of Notre Dame, and he's a natural center fielder. He'll play there in college, but he's playing left field on this team. Unselfish guy, willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win. Excited to see him go at it tonight.
Takes a look at ball 2 outside. For Francis, he was described by his coaching staff as very cerebral. And that can be huge to have in the lineup, a guy with really high baseball IQ.
Yeah, man, he just looks like a baseball player too, man. Look at those legs.
In the closed stance, the 2-0. And that's a called strike, some decent movement there on the fastball.
Yeah, Indy showing some patience here early. Bat on the shoulder, guys are seeing some pitches. I wonder if it being the championship winner-go-home game, if they're willing to see some pitches and roll through this bullpen a little bit.
In with the 2-1. That sails high. 3 balls and 1 strike. You'd also have to think, Cole, that given the fact Arizona had a late-night game, 14 innings, and one in which the coaches said, hey, I wish it would have went 7 more innings if I had the opportunity to. But you'd have to think that being patient could end up being a decent approach. Chopper to third base, Chavez gloves it, and is in time to first for out number 2.
Smooth play there by Chavez. And it sounds like a calling card of this Arizona Diamondbacks team is their defense. Their left side of the infield with Reyna and Chavez have been really smooth. Julio Reyna is one of the most sure-handed infielders at this whole tournament. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, consistency will be key for the defense. Just 1 error across 14 innings, which is impressive, especially given the age range 16 to 18, to be that consistent even when you're tired.
100%.
This brings on Mayo Fernandez.
Shortstop for Indy, got a lot of length. He's built like Cal Ripken. Troy Tulowitzki's a big body. Hasn't had the luck he wanted so far in this tournament, but we're here in the big game now. Time to swing that thing.
So righty on righty matchup and the 1-0. On the ground to the shortstop, Reyna. Takes his time, gathers and throws, and that retires the side. As we get set for the Diamondbacks to grab the bat, let's learn a bit more about a recent City Connect event they hosted.
So we have a great event put on today for our RBI players here in partnership with Fanatics and Nike running this great event. We're revealing our new City Connects, our Purple City Connects. So we have our old alumni in the Tan Serpientes City Connects versus a new prospect team in our Purple City Connects.
Alec Thomas is coming actually, which is pretty cool. So I'm coaching the younger guys, so I'm kind of rooting against my former teammates, which is pretty funny. I want to win today, but I also want to have fun.
It's really unique because like, what are the chances that you get this opportunity to play out here in front of Alex and in front of all these cameras and audience? And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for every little thing.
I think just me being here to support, the guys on each dugout and support them in any way I can, giving them advice or tips or whatever I can do to help them. And it's cool being here and experiencing a day like this with them. And there's music going on, there's a big crowd, and everyone's into it. So I think today's going to be a good day, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Our D-backs RBI program started just 3 years ago, and in just 3 years we have over 18 boys playing college baseball. We've gone to the RBI World Series twice with kids from communities just like this one, kids who love their D-backs and are so excited to be wearing their D-back City Connect uniforms.
It's pretty cool getting to wear it and getting a pitch in it, so it feels like I'm actually part of the D-backs.
The Diamondbacks are to work for the first time today, and here's what their lineup is like. At the top, it's Genaro Brito playing center field, while Cesar Chavira is playing right field and batting second. Adolfo Pacheco, the catcher, bats third. Middle of the order, it's Juan Hernandez, the pitcher, Julio Reyna, the shortstop, and Ricardo Fonseca, the left fielder, a player that was selected from that City Connect game you just saw. And in the bottom of the order, Omar Guzman, Juan Chavez, and Cesar Valentin for Coach John Boggs' squad. And they'll be matched up against the Maryland Eastern Shore commit, Jaden Adorno.
You'll be seeing a little bit of him, huh, Cedric?
Yes, I will. I do work at Maryland Eastern Shore, so we'll see what he's all about going against this Arizona Diamondbacks lineup that's averaging 5 runs per game.
That's right. He's thrown 2 2/3, 5 earned runs. Excited to see him here tonight. Ooh, little chin music there to start us off here.
A quick 1 ball and no strikes to Genaro Brito.
And Brito is hot. He's hitting 583 with an 1186 OPS, trying to keep the good vibes rolling tonight.
And the second pitch in, and a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brito. Take a look at Adorno there. He started in the regional championship win over the Chicago White Sox, a big moment for Indy RBI.
Yeah, and he's really pumping it too. Little 87. Looks like it's got some action on it. Brito's the center fielder, has really good speed.
another guy who it's going to be huge to just get the ball in play, make some chaos happen out there.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of speed all over this matchup. Defensively, a lot of speed for Indy. Offensively, a lot of small ball and speed for Arizona. So again, it's going to be set to be a track meet.
Yeah, and there's Malik Perkins in center field. You want to keep it away from him as much as you can.
3-1. And a strike on the inside part of the plate to Brito. Player that almost didn't make the trip with the team. He was dealing with some injuries before heading out to the RBI World Series. But I'm sure the Diamondbacks are more than excited that he was able to make it through. Ball on the ground and through for a base hit. Got underneath Mayo at shortstop.
Yeah,
and that puts Brito on base.
He tried to go from up to down on that one. He just didn't stay low on that, and it got through the wickets, and now we've got the leadoff man aboard for Arizona.
So taking a look at Indy's lineup defensively, it's David Pena doing the catching, Theo Kramer at first base, Mikey Williamson on the other hot corner, while Mayo Fernandez is at short. Jaron Miles is at second base, and then left to right in the outfield, Desmond Francis, Malik Perkins, and Nick Johnson for Coach John Boggs' squad.
And the bunt, foul. We got strike one here, but it's looking like we're leaning on some small ball tonight. Eric Figueroa is not afraid to use it, and he wants to win this game, and I honestly love to see it, Cedric.
Yeah, they have something where they say it smells like bunt in the air whenever that happens or whenever they feel like they might have an opportunity. So we'll see if Indianapolis adjusts a little bit. Currently their third baseman, Mikey Williamson, playing a little bit more in than normal.
It's just a testament to how the fundamentals are so important in this game.
Next pitch.
Right back to it.
And it is fair. And that's out number one.
Great execution there. That's huge. That's all you need to do. No fear after the first failed attempt. He stuck his nose in there and got the job done. Every teammate, every skip, or every coach is going to give him a big high five coming in right here.
Yeah, take another look at the sacrifice bunt. It's all about moving runners. That's what you need to do. For the Diamondbacks, with their winning run, it was a stolen base and a wild pitch that got the winning run into scoring position.
You never know what's going to be the most important pitch in a baseball game, ever. Here's the big dog here, Adolfo Pacheco, catching just an Iron Man back there behind the dish. Excited to see the big lefty swing it here at the 3-hole.
So the man in scoring position for the first time. Here's the first offering. Drive to left field. Desmond Francis gets a beat on it and makes the catch for out number two.
And a nice little swing. No luck, no dice. Keep swinging it, Pacheco. He's got to be feeling it a little bit. His legs have got to be lost right now just from that game last night. Arizona, I understand, had a bye, but they didn't get one because they ended up playing 2 games, 14 innings worth of baseball. Pretty unbelievable.
As Juan Hernandez steps to the plate, you're exactly right, Cole, as this game, I feel like it's going to be decided by who can stay strong when they're tired. Right now, we're still early on in this matchup, and there was some time to rest. You had the whole night and then also the morning as well to get recovered, which is something that Arizona really stresses with Eric Figueroa's squad. But as the game goes on, can they stay fresh? That'll be the huge question for them. If they can, they'll be right there with an opportunity to take home the championship.
No doubt. A lot is going to come down to what our guy Juan Hernandez does right here. A little pitcher-on-pitcher crime right now. He's on the bump for Arizona and in the batter's box hitting cleanup, and he's got a 2-0 count here to start off.
Yeah, Coach Figueroa really raved about Hernandez and just the versatility that he can bring.
Yeah, you're seeing an unselfish team. You know, you're not getting to the championship game of the RBI World Series without a bunch of guys willing to do anything for each other, and we're seeing that here.
2-0. And a called strike.
Adorno still bringing it, man. 88. That's cheese, man. That's 16-year-old gas. He's not playing around. I see why they went with him here tonight.
Yeah, over the last 3 years, he has raised his pitch speed. It's a fake pickoff attempt, no throw.
Love it.
But he's raised his pitching speed and velocity up 21 miles per hour.
Wow. That's impressive. Impressive. Hernandez going to try to do something here with 2.
2-1. That one's rolled on the ground and through for a base hit. Here comes Brito getting the wave around. Throw from Perkins is not in time. Ooh. And on the backside, Hernandez Hernandez slides in the second with an RBI base hit for Arizona. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
And a lot of energy. Look at that sombrero, the team coming together. We love to see it. Just a nice piece of hitting, ground ball right up the middle. Don't need to do too much. The middle infielder's vacated off the pickoff play there, and you hit a ball up the middle, and now you find yourself standing on second base with an RBI under your belt. We love to see it.
Yeah, good running, too, by Brito, getting low on the slide, especially since that throw from Perkins was a pretty solid one to get it down to home plate from center field.
Yeah. No doubt.
So this brings on Julio Reyna. Waves through the first pitch for a strike.
He's a guy I was really excited to see, Reyna. He's just a slick fielding shortstop. He's hitting 400 for the tournament. Got a couple extra base hits, but the coaches today just raved about what kind of kid he is and his character and his grit. Really fun to watch him play baseball.
0-1 in. That's popped foul for strike 2.
That was almost up here by us, Cedric.
Yeah, you know, you still got it a little bit. Big league days weren't that long ago.
Not too long ago, but we're passing the torch here. We're going to see some future big leaguers here tonight. I know that for sure.
Yeah, plenty of big leaguers have gone through the RBI program. We'll hit on that a little bit later.
O2 pitch coming here to Reyna. Got to fight.
He'll foul off another pitch on a good defensive swing. With the runner.
And that's Abraham Guzman out pinch running there for Hernandez. He's got great speed and is looking to score a run here with 2 outs, trying to get a two-out RBI for his boy.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot with pitchers as well. Once they get on the base paths, give them a little break, get ready for the next inning, and put a pinch runner out there that can run a little bit. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went to the breaking ball that time, and that retires the side. But the Diamondbacks take the lead. Juan Hernandez drives in Genaro Brito. 1-0 Diamondbacks as we head to the top of the second.
Welcome back to the Nike RBI World Series Senior Boys Championship between Diamondbacks and Indy. D-backs lead at 1-0. Let's take a look at how the D-backs team got here. Last night, this team played 14 innings to punch their ticket here, beating Atlanta Braves Nike RBI 3-2 in walk-off fashion. I'm now joined by D-backs manager Eric Figueroa. Eric, like I just mentioned, 14 innings last night. What'd you learn about your team?
Absolutely. It was a grind. 14 innings, basically played 2 games in one. And just learned these boys got the heart and dedication to get it done. We've been working hard at this for the past 2 months. All the long practices, long hard days. Obviously office work as well, but on the field it's just been a grind. So luckily we're able to pull it off, and they came out on top. And hopefully we can do it again tonight.
You gave the ball to Juan Hernandez, and we just saw him bring in your first runner. Why did Juan get the ball today?
Juan Hernandez, our #1 guy. This was by design for him to pitch game 1 and then potentially lead up to the championship, and here we are. It worked out perfectly. And Juan is a guy. He has good velo. He throws about 91 miles an hour. He has good off speed as well. So being able to mix in those pitches to throw off the hitters is what we're looking for. But he has the command and the discipline to get this job done, and hopefully you can rely on him to win a championship tonight.
Last one, your defense has really come in clutch. What is clicking with your defense?
Absolutely. Defense, is key. It's our priority. This is the same defense from last night, same lineup potentially. So we're going to mix in some guys as we move to this game. But this is our best defense, as you can see, and defense wins ball games. So if Juan can go and get the job done and get ground balls, our guys will back him up and get the outs, and we'll win this game.
Thank you so much, Eric. Cedric, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, Sandy. You just heard from Eric Figueroa, manager for the Arizona Diamondbacks. As right now, Daves is at the plate, swings that one foul, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Big boy here, Jackson Daves. He played in the Dominican series and then came here and joined the Indy team. And kid just loves baseball, wants to be out here. He's got the old school 1 batting glove going. I love to see it. He's a little slugger.
And with the 2-1. That one's blown away outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. It's great to see all the journeys that these players have to get to these points, not only with Daves being able to go really, really far, all the way from another tournament to make this one, but also there are players that had to drive and commute a long way to be able to make it just to their RBI practices. And he drills that one hard through the right center, and that's a base hit.
What a swing. I see why he's playing DH tonight. Just a great piece of hitting, stayed through that one, didn't try to do too much, used the whole field. And now we go.
Yeah, take another look at this one. Talk about exit velo, taking that the opposite way.
Man, that's a strong kid right there, man. 2-4 on first base. Let's see if they can get some action going here in the top of the second.
So tying run on for Indy. Team that went 4-1 in the RBI World Series. They've had to play with their backs against the wall since Game 2 after dropping Game 1 to New Orleans. They ultimately got their get back, taking them down in the semifinal. First pitch.
Ooh.
And that one gets away. It looks like it hit him.
Hit him right in the leg. Jaron Miles going to have a little bruise there, but it's going to feel good because the OBP just went up.
Yeah, great OBP for him already on this season as well. Miles, 600 on base percentage going into this matchup. As you can see, ooh. Right on
and that's
ankle.
not where you want to get hit. No meat there. That is tough. You're used to getting hit in the front leg, but very rarely do you get hit in the back leg. That's when you're looking up in the sky and saying, why me, God? What happened there? But we're on base.
I'm sure you've had some of that happen in your career as well, Cole.
No doubt, no doubt. Trevor McGill hit me in the inner thigh on my birthday one year. I'm still limping because of it.
Not a great birthday present. This brings on the catcher, David Pena. Best opportunity so far for Indy, who's averaged 7.4 runs per game.
Foul ball there for Pena. Nice swing, though, just a little late. Hernandez is really pumping it. He's a fireballer. And I love seeing some dirt on his pants from that RBI knock in the bottom of the first. That's a ball player out there. There's nothing like looking out and seeing a pitcher with dirt on his pants because he's hitting and sliding and raking as well.
In with the 0-1. And a called strike.
Little changeup there.
Yeah, mixing up the speeds very well. We've seen some variety in each of the pitchers' arsenals.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Hernandez is working with a little fastball changeup and maybe a little slider cutter combo. But the fastball is definitely the premier pitch from what I'm seeing.
0-2. And the off-speed's low.
Trying to induce some chase, trying to induce some soft contact here. I respect it, especially with having such a premier infield defense behind you. A ground ball here would really go a long way, Cedric.
Yeah, Cole, that's the benefit, too, of getting up in the count early is that you can have some pitches where you miss. You can see if you can try to get that whiff if you can. But if not, you're still up in the count and you can go back to it.
Abs.
In with the 1-2. And that's high. Good take there from Pena. See high schools represented all over Indiana for Pena. He's out of Fishers High School in Indiana. Most of these players located around the Indianapolis area, but also some greater outside of that. 2-2. Rung him up, called strike 3.
Man, gone down looking. Some nasty pitches here from Hernandez. Look at this strike 2, little changeup, just a fool me pitch. You're so on the fastball there, and hats off to Pena for being ready for it, but he was not ready for this one to clip the corner. I love seeing the poise and the determination from Hernandez. He looks like he really wants to be out there. It's gonna Figueroa is gonna have to go and fight him off this mound tonight.
So this brings on Theo Kramer, who's been one of the hottest bats for Indy to this point in the tournament. And he'll swing it over to the right side and showcase a little bit of what he can do, but that one goes just foul. for Kramer. His OPS is over 1,500. You see it right there. All he does is hit extra base hits, so much so that the coaches were surprised when he hit a single.
Yeah, they were saying he only has like 2 or 3 singles. It's unbelievable. Kid's slugging out of his mind. He's feeling good. Ball looks like a beach ball coming up for him right here. There's nobody that John Boggs would rather see in the batter's box right now with 2 men on.
1-0 lead for the Diamondbacks. They scored in the bottom of the first. Indy trying to get their get back. Pop up over towards the right side. Goes Cesar Chavez back though, and this will tag up the runner from second. Long throw from right field for Chavez, but Daves is in, no problem to third base.
We keep the force out at first, which is huge there. No double tag. You still got a force out at second that can get you out of the inning here. We got 2 outs here.
So here's an opportunity for Mikey Williamson at a Silver Creek High School. Runners on first and third, but 2 away in the inning. It's these little moments that are going to play a big role in deciding who wins this game.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's the 2-out RBI is critical. It's imperative in a game like this, and finding the extra 90, taking that extra base, taking care of the baseball. The little things are heightened in a game like this, Cedric.
And got the call on the outside part of the zone.
Yeah, man. They're trying to induce some swings here.
Yeah, we've seen Hernandez attack that area specifically. Got a strikeout on that earlier in the game, and we'll try again.
Ooh. He's going to start living out there now if he's giving him that call, and more power to him, as he should. But I'm most impressed with Hernandez, how he's out there pitching. He has great stuff, and he's got an electric fastball, but you can see the pitchability, and you can see he has an idea of what he's doing out there.
Runner goes on the 0-2. Check swing does not go, and no throw down, as that's a stolen base for Jaron Miles.
Yeah, some good speed there. The hit by pitch didn't slow him down too much. He's hobbling a little bit, but he got in there.
Good toughness from both teams. It's a lot of games in a very compact space. These teams have been going at it since August 4th with not a lot of time off. 1-2. Breaking ball just misses inside, and the count runs even. 2-2 now to Williamson.
You can see the confidence just sweating out of him. He laid off that pitch, didn't even flinch at it. No worries, no panic. He's been hitting 500 since he got here, so he's feeling good, and he's waiting for his pitch, and hopefully he gets it here.
2-2 in, and the count runs full. Despite it being early in the game, you can tell this moment will have a lot of weight in the result of the game. You don't know how many scoring opportunities are promised to you in this matchup, and you've got to execute with runners in scoring position.
100%. I had an old coach tell me you never know which pitch is going to be the most important in a baseball game, and it might just be this one.
In comes the payoff, and that's high. What an at-bat from Mikey Williamson, from being down in the count to working a walk.
Yes, and Nick Johnson coming to the plate here, another guy with elite speed. He is not the guy you want to see coming to the plate right here.
As you take a look at some of the pitch counts from yesterday, Napano Yin having a crazy 105 pitch count, Brito 103, and he only pitched 1 inning in his regular high school season and then came in and threw 103 pitches like that. Those are the normal starting pitches you see for, MLB starters for their 5, 6, or 7 inning start, much less in high school.
Yeah, to be a high schooler and to be stretched out and willing and able to pitch like that in an atmosphere like this, it says a lot about the individual and their character and their team ability and how great of teammates they are. They're out here fighting for each other, playing for each other, leaving it all out there. It's a testament to how far these teams have come, and obviously they're here in the championship, so it's paying off for something.
So this takes us to Nick Johnson, bases loaded, 2 away, 1-0 lead for the Diamondbacks. And here's the offering. On the ground, left side, but foul. It's a great play there by John Boggs, the manager.
Yeah, he's got those old school hands. He said he's got old school coaching mentality. He's still got those old school hands. He can still pick it.
Yeah, has a great dynamic with his son, Dominique, which you'll hear more about on this broadcast. Oh, 1 in. Drilled deep to left center. Going back and down for a base hit. Daves comes in to score. Miles right behind him, looking for 3. He's in with the bases clearing triple. Nick Johnson gives Indy the lead.
Wow, and look at the energy coming out of this dugout, too. It looks like a college football game over there. These boys are ready to go. 3 RBI triple with 2 outs. That's how you draw it up, and Nick Johnson's showing off that speed.
My opinion, one of the best plays in all of baseball is the triple. It is exciting, it is thrilling, and that ball was on a line to left center field.
Oh, man, perfect, perfect. The relay throw from Reyna, he might have had a chance to get him there at third base just because the ball was hit in left center, but the throw was a little bit offline, and then you see the celebration there from Johnson. He is feeling himself.
Yeah, keep in mind, Indy's entire outfield runs under a 6.5 60. Nick Johnson, one of those guys, and he showcased the speed on the base pass as well as the energy to finish off that play. Huge moment in the championship. Rolled on the ground from Malik Perkins to the shortstop. Reyna sprints in and makes the play to retire the side, but Indy with a massive moment. Nick Johnson, a bases clearing triple, and Indy leads 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Appreciate you.
Welcome back to the Nike RBI World Series Senior Boys Championship between Indy and D-backs. Indy leads D-backs 3-1 right now. Let's look at how Indy got here. They had 2 games yesterday, won both, sealed the deal last night, beating NOLA Nike RBI 8-0. I'm now joined by Indy head coach John Boggs. Coach, your bats just came alive, a triple. What is working from the game plan that inning?
Well, I mean, it's just a game of momentum. It's a game of energy and momentum. We've been stroking the ball all weekend long. We put up tons of runs. In our regional tournament, we average 10 runs per game. So I'm confident in our ability to put runs on the board. It's just all about making stops on defense.
First game of this tournament, you did lose. You bounced back. You're here. How were you able to bounce back and be in this championship game?
Well, you know, when you've got a great team, which is what I have, motivation, that motivated my guys. Taking a loss, we were undefeated all the way through the tournament in Kansas City. Came out here, took a loss on the first game, got everybody refocused, and we've turned it on ever since.
Your starting pitcher, Jaden Adorno, why did you start him tonight?
He's 16 years old, and in the regional championship, he beat the 3-time defending champion Chicago White Sox for us. I've got all the confidence in the world in this young fella, and I'm getting him back 2 more years.
Thank you, Coach. Cedric, back to you.
Appreciate it, Sandy. You can see the confidence that Coach Boggs has in his pitcher, Jaden Adorno, and he's got to be feeling great right now with a little bit of wind behind his sails after the 3 runs from his offense.
Yeah, totally. It's a dogfight out here, and you want to punch first, and they definitely did. Their D-backs scored 1 in the bottom of the first, but that 3-run triple is really a tone setter for the rest of this game.
So after Fonseca went down on a fly out to center field, Omar Guzman takes a look at the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, and Guzman's just getting going in this tournament. He's only got 3 at bats, so hopefully he finds his footing here and can get rolling, find a way on base, make some things happen.
So 1 ball and no strikes now, or 2 balls and no strikes, I should say, as you take another look at Adorno. The Chicago White Sox, if you don't follow Nike RBI, they are one of the best programs in the country. They are consistently making it to the RBI World Series. So for a team in the Central Division to knock them off, And to be that starting pitcher, to get that win in that game, it speaks a volume to what you can do. And just the momentum that this team has gained, it seems like it's catapulted them through the tournament as well.
100%. And it feels like they're embodying that spirit. They've had a great tournament and a great year, but they definitely feel like they have been overlooked, and it's all about momentum and energy, and they definitely have it now. Little walk, one out walk for Guzman, getting on base. First time on base in this tournament. Love it.
Yeah, so the Diamondbacks looking to answer back. We were thinking about what type of game we might see here. Is it going to be a high-scoring affair, or will it be a low-scoring pitchers duel? So far, the offense ahead of the 8-ball.
You know I love to see that. I love to see the hitters hit, man. The pitchers have enough fun.
Bunt shown on the first pitch. Slays off for ball 1.
Smelt like a bunt there. I wonder if it will smell like a bunt here again. Chavez hitting 250 for the series so far. There's one out here, so there's kind of a discrepancy. Totally manager's call here.
Saw a sacrifice bunt push a run in a scoring position, which the Diamondbacks capitalized in the first inning. There's a called strike.
Pulled back there. I wonder if he gives them the green light to swing here now. Adorno coming set.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. When it comes to Indy's defense, they have given up less runs with each game this tournament. They gave up 9 in that first matchup to New Orleans, but since then it was 5 runs, 4 runs, 1 run, no runs. They got that shutout in the win over New Orleans. So it's a defense that has played very well, and their task today is dealing with small ball.
Yeah, they're going to see it.
1-2. That one's popped up and will be unplayable for the catcher, Pena.
And it's kind of going back to what Coach Boggs said about them just coming out flat at the start of the tournament, and they're getting tighter and tighter, and the momentum starting to swing in their direction. This is a confident team, and we're seeing that. You can see the energy coming out of the dugout. You can see the Boggs boys having fun in the coach's box. They're a tight yet loose team.
Chavez waves through the 1-2. That's strike 3, and the second strikeout of the day for Adorno.
A little high heat. Ran that one up to 86 up in the zone. Never easy to hit there. Chavez gave it his best bolt, but just didn't have the foot down in time. We'll live to see another day. We've got Cesar Valentin up now.
Yeah, you saw the energy as well from the dugout. Both of these teams have adopted a little bit of chance on either side as well, even from where I'm at in the press box. I can hear what's going on in the dugout. There's a lot of energy on both sides, lifting up each other's guys.
Yeah, it's a cool part about the RBI World Series. These kids are having fun and they're letting their hair down, but it's serious baseball. They want to win as well, but it's cool to see them be kids as well.
1-0 is sawed off foul by Valentin. Yeah, with Arizona, they have a couple of different mantras that they've used. I got you was the mantra they had going into this year that they brought, but they also borrowed one from Detroit as well after they saw the hurry up mantra on their T-shirts when they were getting ready for a matchup with them.
Yeah, baseball's a game of hurry up and wait, and they've embodied that, and it's gotten them all the way here to the championship. Valentin looking to make something happen here.
1-1's just off the plate, went back to the fastball, but no dice, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good for him, and I love what I'm seeing from Valentin in between pitches. He's focusing on shortening up and keeping the stride short, putting the ball in play and making something happen here. Another one of those slick fielding infielders for the Arizona team.
Yeah, so many of that you'll hear. Team that had to maintain that focus. And their manager and their coaching staff, they talked about how they stayed together and were never stressed, which I think is huge when you're playing so many 14 innings of extra innings there. You know, you could get off your game a little bit. You could feel tired. You could have worry or doubt, but it felt like that never creeped in for this team. They stayed together.
Yeah,
and scratch that run.
And they're enjoying living together and traveling together and kind of being grown-up baseball players for the first time for a lot of these kids. And they've embodied that, and the team spirit is very high.
3-1. And there's a walk for Valentine.
Great at bat there. Not trying to do too much. You know your job there is to pass the baton to Brito, and he did a great job of that there.
So first and second, tying run on the base paths now for the Diamondbacks. We turn over back to the top of the order to Genaro Brito. Reached on an error the first time he was up, but then it was great situational swings by Arizona afterwards. Shavir had a sac bunt to push him in scoring position, and then ultimately was driven in on Juan Hernandez's RBI single.
Yeah, Juan said, I got you guys. I know I'm on the bump, but I'll drive this run in. It's casual.
Talk about manufacturing your own run support.
Do it yourself.
There's a ball. Oh, what a catch! Jaron Miles read it off the bat and made the snag.
Great play. And he got hit in the shin, too. He's still hobbling, making it happen. What a ball player.
Yeah, once again, let's take another look at this play from Jaron Miles. 3-1, 2 runners left on the base paths. Diamondbacks trail Indy 3-1.
What a play there. And look at that. Everybody's feeling it, and they want it.
Today we invite our Cleveland Guardians Nike RBI teams, baseball and softball teams, to the ballpark to kind of have a workout day here with the big leaguers. Kai Correa, David Fry, and Jonathan Rodriguez are going to run through some infield drills, outfield drills, and really give our student athletes a chance to ask questions, really dig deep into the mental mindset and how to prepare as a big leaguer.
Whenever you're working with young players, the idea is that you want to introduce skills that are portable, right? That can transfer from level to level and from position to position, right? Oftentimes, I think we skip the steps and we want to jump right into gameplay, and you have to remember that throwing and catching are the building blocks of baseball and softball.
The little things and the fundamentals are kind of what separate guys, and trying to get young kids to believe that. You know, everybody thinks it's just about who throws the hardest and that's going to be the best player, and just over time, the little things is what's going to separate people.
Yeah, they got him, that boy. It's a great opportunity, see what big leagues is like and talk to big league players and learn more from what they do to their everyday lives and see if we get intimate in ours.
As a girl dad with another girl on the way, I feel more comfortable with working with them, and that's going to be my future, and I'm excited about it. But yeah, getting to see how excited they are about the game and not just something they were told to do, and they're like, this is what I want to be, and yeah, really cool to work with them, and they were all so excited to be here.
The fun part is being here, being on the field, learning from big leaguers, but we want to make sure we build good people, responsible people, and I think that's a big piece of our RBI program.
Great job.
Get set for the night in baseball with the National Pregame Show. Greg Amsiger, Harold Reynolds, and Dan Plesac break down the matchups, storylines, and keys to the game. Weekdays at 5 Eastern only on MLB Network. We played 2 at the historic Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Dodgertown. 3-1 lead for Indy. They got the lead and the bats as they look to add to their advantage.
And they've got Desmond Francis up to the plate here. Dude looks like he's ready to play big league center field today, Cedric.
Sure is, and still have opportunity to put on more size as well. Of course, with high school and the RBI programs, there's great training that you're getting in all the fundamentals. And then when you get to that next level of ball, whether that's college or the pros, that's when you really start to see them put on muscle. Did you see that in your career at all?
Yeah, 100%. It takes time for everybody, and I was a late bloomer. Some guys are early bloomers and have mustaches at 12 years old, and you see some of those kids out here. But here at RBI, I'm seeing a lot of late bloomers and guys coming on and getting scholarships and opportunities late, and that's what it's all about. That's what we're here for.
3 balls and 1 strike. Some great takes we've seen on both sides. Seems like each of these batters, all the batters actually, are seeing the ball fairly well from what we've seen. We've seen some great at-bats worked.
Yeah, it feels like no one's too over-eager to get their swing off. They're waiting on their pitch.
There's a called strike. To make the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Francis.
Yeah, man, look at the poise on this guy. He just looks like he belongs. Very impressive. Notre Dame got a good one.
Swings at the payoff pitch, drilled to center. Brito gets underneath it, makes a catch, and that's out number 1. Pass it down to Sandy. What you got?
Hey, Zed. Thanks. Yes, I'm joined by Nick Johnson with Indy. He had the triple Nick, that ball had your name all over it. What did you see over the plate?
I seen a fastball right down the middle, a little inside, and I just was telling myself, like, I'm not going to miss it again.
Now, you just were telling me you're still learning this team. You guys are just playing together fresh. How are you able to build chemistry so quickly?
Like, a lot of us guys, like, we're just, like, the same people, so it was, like, we clicked really easy, and we just enjoyed playing ball together.
Last one, your starting pitcher, Jaden Adorno. What have you been able to see from him?
He has a pretty heavy fastball with a good off speed, and he shows a lot of potential for his age.
Awesome. Great job. Said, back to you.
Thank you, Sandy. You just heard from Nick Johnson as see Fernandez get out of the way on that pitch from Hernandez.
Yeah, you saw his life flash before his face right there.
But going back to Nick Johnson, we'll take another look at this real quick before that.
Ooh-wee.
Bet he was great at dodgeball back in gym class.
No doubt, and thank God for it. That was huge. You don't gonna come all this way to get hit in the face and go home with a big bruise on your face.
One ball and 2 strikes to Fernandez. One big thing with Indy RBI that their coaches raved about was a lot of times for these players, they don't see a lot of other players of color throughout their high school baseball days. And now to have a program like RBI where you have 14 players of color on the same team, you heard Nick Johnson say, we're kind of the same, or we have some similar characteristics that helped us bond very quickly. And that seems to be a uniting factor of a lot of these programs, despite being made up of various high schools.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what it's all about. It's about reviving baseball in inner cities, and wherever you are and wherever you live, however you fall under that umbrella, RBI's got a place for you. And it's so cool, especially in a city like Indianapolis, for them to have an experience like this where they can play with people who look like them and live like them. Really, really, really cool.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Fernandez. With the Indy program, they are underneath the AAA team for the Pittsburgh Pirates, so working with that program. Not every team associated with a major league squad, but there are also plenty of minor league squads that are also helping out and assisting with the RBI program too.
I know that the Indianapolis Indians had them out and recognized them on the field at Victory Field before they came out here, and that was a really cool experience for those kids. I mean, most 16-year-olds have never set foot on a professional baseball field, so to step on that grass and see that your dream can come true is a really cool thing to see at that age, especially when you're that impressionable.
Here's the payoff, and that's a walk.
Another great at-bat worked. These guys are letting the game come to them. They're waiting on their pitch, and just like Nick Johnson did last inning, he got it and he didn't miss it.
Just such patience on both sides. How difficult is it, especially at a young age, when you see a pitch that you like, to really be patient and wait for that right opportunity?
Oh, it's so tough because you're a young player and you're an immature player, and I don't say that as a negative, but you're just immature in that you haven't had a lot of games under your belt, and you want to get hits. Baseball's only fun when you're getting hits, so you feel like you can go up there and hit everything and chase everything, but the secret sauce is waiting for your pitch, and then you just kind of shellac that one.
Ooh, there's a hit by pitch to Daves, who had the hard hit the last time he was up. And now a couple of free passes puts Hernandez in some trouble.
Looks like we're going to have a little mound visit here from Arizona. Stop the bleeding. Don't let it get away from us here. It's the 3rd inning. Hernandez, you're our guy. He's thrown 48 total pitches. Ironically, 24 balls and 24 strikes. He just needs to make sure that those balls are close and more competitive pitches. Sometimes he's trying to nibble for that outside edge, and he's just missing low and missing away.
Yeah, what do you think is the discussion here during the meeting?
I think he's telling him, hey, you're our guy, you're our horse, we're riding you. Let's breathe. Let's get our feet back under us. Get back to what was working for you in the 1st inning. Let's just breathe and reset. You've got 48 pitches. You got a few more innings in you. Obviously, let's stop the bleeding and not let this inning get out of hand like we did in the top of the 2nd.
Take a look there at the coaching staff for the Diamondbacks. This is a team that has come a long way. They had to fly red-eye to get to Vero Beach, and then right after they landed, about an hour and a half after that, they were having lunch and getting ready for it. They've even had games where on their internal clock, they had first pitch at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time. That's extremely difficult. So they have come a long way to get to where they're at right now. and have to take advantage of their opportunity, trailing 3-1 with 2 runners on for Indiana.
Jaron Miles coming to the plate. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite players, not just because he's a tall, skinny, left-handed string bean who's athletic, but he wore that hit by pitch like a pro and then came out, ran the bases, and made a sweet diving play at second base the next inning.
Rolls that one on the ground, but it'll be foul instead. It's kind of like a kickball play as it went off of his leg instead.
Yeah, he's a ball magnet right now through these first 3 innings. Ooh! He's got 2 shins that are screaming at him right now.
Yeah, he's had to take his licks today. He's been a bulldog today for Team Indy. They've been playing playoff ball since the 2nd game of the RBI World Series. After dropping the first one to New Orleans, they came back and not only beat them, but shut them out 8-0.
Yeah, they're getting tighter as this tournament goes on.
Going to continue picking up steam, 1-1. And that's inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, yeah, just a little bit inside, kind of near the leg again.
Jaron might want to back up the plate just a little bit. He's got enough length to cover the plate with his long levers. He's asking for it right now because Hernandez has been working glove side all night, and that's right where that leg is.
Two and one. Once again, Indy continuing that trend of getting ahead in counts. That's been huge so far in their 2025 Nike RBI World Series run.
Yeah, man, it's just such an imperative part of the game. If you do that, it cleans up so many other mistakes that you're going to run into down the road. Getting ahead is everything. It's huge for the pitcher. It's huge for the defense behind you. It's huge for the mental sanity of the pitching coach.
3-1. And that's on the money for a strike. Much needed bounce back there for Juan Hernandez.
Little chatter there. That's a ball for me. Great job catching it there by Pacheco. He's a dog back there.
Payoff.
And you knew that was coming.
Rug him up, called strike 3. And there's how you keep yourself alive. Pacheco doing a favor for his pitcher there. A great frame job. Keeps his pitcher alive and then comes back with that.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. One thing leading to the next, and now you still got 2 men on with 2 outs, but there's 2 outs, and you're a force out away, or a pop up, or a punch away from getting out of this inning unscathed. And Hernandez would love to do that. He's sitting at 54 pitches right now.
That's a trio of strikeouts now for Hernandez. This brings on David Pena for his 2nd plate appearance of the day. Runners on 1st and 2nd. And he'll swing at a breaking ball. Oh. And it gets through. It's in the left field. Here comes Hernandez to score. And Indy makes it 4-1 on the RBI from Pena.
And Cedric, that was such a great baseball play. Rain as slick fielding as it comes, but it's the error comes because this runner here, Fernandez, is in the way and doesn't move out of the way until right when it gets to the cut of the grass. That's an elite baseball IQ play there, and that's going to show up later.
Couple errors there. How tough of a play is that when you're at shortstop and a guy flashes right in front of your face?
It's tough. You're just blind, you know. You have an idea of where the ball is going to be based off where it came off the bat. But if that base runner is in your line of sight, you're toast. You have no idea where it's going to be again until it moves. You've got a courtesy.
Yep, so a pinch runner, it's going to be Meek Allman, pinch runner. Over at first base for Pena, who reached on an error. So no RBI there instead. It'll be a run coming in to score. And it's now 4-1. Indy will take it, whether earned or unearned. Now a deep drive by Theo Kramer. Extra base machine and snagged. Wow, that was the center fielder Brito that cut off in front of Fonseca. And wow, what a play there. As wasn't perfect communication, but it got the job done for the D-backs.
No, I thought Brito and Fonseca were going to run into each other there, but thank God they made that play and came out healthy. Great play.
You are watching the 2025 Nike RBI World Series Senior Boys Championship from the Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Vero Beach, Florida. When we take a look at some of the RBI alumni, many have been able to get into the draft. We've had over 100 draft picks out of the RBI program in the last 10 years, and here are some of the top.
Yeah, RBI is really doing it, and they have a bunch of notable alumni in the big leagues now. Taj Bradley, J.P. Crawford in Seattle, Hunter Green in Cincinnati, Anthony Rendon with the Angels, one of my former teammates. It's just really cool to see how they've expanded and grown and are now just synonymous with Major League Baseball.
That's right, and of course you have some guys who are draft picks or just recently entered into the Major League or pro baseball space. We take a look at like Sir Jamison Jones, who's over with rookie ball in the Washington Nationals. He even came back to have a speech for the Chicago White Sox, which was the program he played at, as well as the rest of the teams here to let people know pro ball is available for you. There's an opportunity for you if you work hard.
Yeah, baseball is for everyone. And we got Cesar Chavira coming up to the plate here, our right fielder for Arizona, looking to start off some action here.
Yeah, Diamondbacks in a little trouble, early hole. Their only run of the day came in the first inning. It was an RBI from Hernandez.
Helping himself.
2-0. That one's low. Already a great start for Chavira in this count.
Yeah, Adorno having some trouble finding the zone here in the third. A lot of excitement, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of endorphins flowing. Let's see if he can corral it here.
3-0. And a called strike, much needed.
There it is. I found it. There it is.
Adorno trying to get out Chavira here, who had a sac bunt last time he was up, and takes strike 2 on the outside part of the plate.
Another full count here. Guys working at bats all night tonight. Guys are taking their time and seeing their pitches and trying to get into that bullpen, most importantly.
3-2, roller on the ground to Miles. He's been busy today, and he makes the play for out number 1. Take a look at the pitch count for Adorno. What has really stood out to you, Cole, about his performance to this point?
Just how he's making quick work of guys. Obviously, that's famous last words. But to this point, I mean, 40 pitches through 30 innings. He's just making quick work of this Arizona team, who's been one of the hottest offensive teams in the whole tournament so far. He doesn't seem fazed by the moment or the lineup or the pedigree of who he's going up against. And just a nice job of getting ahead there, 0-1 after getting to a 3-0 count last at bat. Pacheco's a guy. He's been here before. He's from Levine, Arizona. Really, really close to where I grew up. And he's here to ball.
Ooh. Checks his swing, but it was a strike anyway.
Man, a really good changeup there, just down in the zone. Not much you can do there. You're probably better off not swinging at this pitch because you're not going to be able to do too much with it. Look at the action on that. Little circle kick change going there. Very nice out of Adorno.
The 0-2. That sawed off foul. Count stays the same, 0-2 to Pacheco. A fly out last time he was up. It was on one pitch too, which speaks to how Adorno has had moments where he's been efficient. And he's also been getting ahead very often in this game.
With 100% Cedric.
The 0-2. Ooh, and that's fouled right back towards where we're at.
Look alive. Just make sure you're paying attention.
There you go. Did you bring your glove today?
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. You can see where we're at. That's exactly where the ball hit, kind of like right above us. You see my finger pointing over there.
Really good seats up here. Best seat in the house.
I agree. 0-2. And that's low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pacheco.
You see Adorno kind of living off this changeup here. After he got that nasty take for strike 2, he's going back to it, wants it again. Just got to make sure you put it in the right spot in the zone.
Woo. Pacheco fights off another one. For Indy RBI, one of their coaches, Dominique Boggs, he mentioned how he wants to see this team finish the job. Yesterday, in the 2 games that they had, they were both pretty convincing wins for Indy. 2-1 over Detroit, a little bit closer, but 8-0 over New Orleans. You take a look at the umpire.
Oh no! Right
out to Dennis Horn, the home plate umpire there. Glad to see he's okay.
That is so humbling. Speaking of which, we'll be back for the softball tournament next week.
Yeah, RBI with baseball and softball. Pitch misses. As you'll have not only the senior and junior divisions with baseball, you have also girls baseball, and then you have softball as well too. So just again, multiple dimensions to the RBI World Series as well. In with the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, sped it up to 87 and got the whiff.
Man, and that's such a great pitch there, just exposing him up in the zone.
Had some serious punch to it.
Yeah, man, the heater up in the zone, it always works, especially once you get the eyes and the body looking down and starting to think changeup. You want to scoop that changeup that you've seen the last 3 out of the 4 pitches, and then you just kind of forget he's got 87 top Ched for you.
So the only player that's won a battle so far against Adorno today is Juan Hernandez, and he's back up for his 2nd plate appearance. RBI single last time he was up. But as I was mentioning, Coach Dominique Boggs wants to see his team finish and finish strong, but it's easier said than done. When they played 14 innings, he was saying, there's some fatigue that's there. I really want to see this team go all the way hard, even though I felt like I played 2 games. I didn't play 2 games. My players did. So having that mindset, but with this being the championship game, you're up 4-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You have an opportunity to separate and try to deliver a knockout blow early.
Yes, 100%. And it's one of those things where you don't want to get too cute and careful, and then all of a sudden it's 4-3, it's 4-4, and now we got a ball game. You really want to separate. If you're up 4-1 in the 3rd inning, you're trying to step on throats and gain some separation.
2-0 in. It's fouled for a strike.
Hernandez trying to help himself out again, helping his cause. He's got a really nice swing, man. And you can tell that he's an athlete because he's wearing number 2. If he was more leaning the PO way, the pitcher only way, he'd be wearing like number 37. He's wearing number 2 up there. Nice swing, a little late on that heater, but battling with 2 strikes. I love what I'm seeing from this kid all night.
Yeah, he's a player that brings that South Tucson toughness. And he tells his coach, I know only one way, 100%.
Love that about him. It's going to take him a long way in this life and this game.
The 2-2. Drills it to right center field. Johnson has to show off the speed, gets underneath it in time, and that's out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Adorno. 3 innings up, 3 innings down. 4-1 lead for Indy as we head to the top of the 4th in the Nike RBI Championship.
Tonight we're hosting session 7 out of 8 for our Marlins Nike RBI clinics. We do these Nike RBI development clinics over the course of the winter to better our athletes and work on those fundamentals so they're ready for RBI season, but also brushing up during high school season. And we've had Noble Meyer out here, our professional pitcher, who's on the younger side, where hopefully our athletes can really relate to what he's doing and driving that message.
Well, my best nights growing up were nights like this, kind of late at night, school's done, just get to hang out in a park under the lights. To see that here with all these kids here, yeah, it's awesome to see them out here and kind of just growing the sport of baseball.
O sea, nos dio su punto de vista de todo lo que hace, pues, que uno quiere llegar a eso, a Grandes Ligas también. Es algo bueno, pues, uno ver y escuchar de parte de él todo lo que ha aprendido y lo que ha vivido. Esto es algo que le sirve mucho a mucha gente.
Today we're going to be focusing on catching, so they're going to be learning blocking techniques, framing techniques, and a few other techniques like throw downs, run downs, all of that cool stuff.
So when they transfer, throw them the next ball, okay?
And we have some tri-sport athletes out here as well today, and just really developing what Nike RBI is all about, especially in the South Florida community, and just getting more kids playing baseball and softball.
Go Marlins!
For a long time, this was the spring training home of the Dodgers, Dodgertown in Vero Beach, Florida. According to Negro League Museum President Bob Kendrick, this was a safe haven for black athletes in the Deep South. when you were training to get ready for the baseball season. What a great venue for these players now in the modern era, 2025, to get that opportunity to play in such a historic place.
Yeah, it's amazing to be here. This is my first time. My first impression is just what a baseball paradise it is. It was a safe haven for guys back in the day, but now it's a launching pad for these guys in this tournament and their young careers. I'm honored to be here.
So it'll be Mikey Williamson, Nick Johnson, and Malik Perkins going against Hernandez, really battling out as he grinds his way through his fourth inning. He knows his teammates have already put forth a lot of innings of work, and with the staff thin, you've got to grind as many innings as you can. 1-0 offering. On the ground hard, but a nice pick by Chavez on the backhand. Long throw across the diamond in time for out number 1.
Textbook, nice play, good firm throw to the chest. You love to see it. Good, clean baseball.
Yeah, this is a Diamondbacks team that's playing in a bit of a different environment than they're used to. Generally, it's very dry out in Arizona, as you would know. I'm telling that to someone from Arizona. But there's a lot of humidity that is here in Florida, and that changes the dynamic a little bit.
100%. And until you come here and experience it, there's no preparation for it, you know. It's a different kind of heat. Baseball's hard, whether it's hot or cold, but playing in the humidity for the first time will really humble you.
1 away. First pitch to Johnson is a called strike on an off-speed.
Johnson didn't love the call. He's looking for something that he can keyhole and drive into the gap again. Let those legs move. What an exciting little player there.
Yeah, may not have loved the call, but he's got to be loving how he's done so far. 3 RBI, the huge play for Indy that, as it stands right now, is the difference in the game.
No doubt, no doubt. He's feeling loose. He's communicating. He's relaying the signs back to the dugout there. He just gave a little change-up sign back to the dugout. This Indy team's really locked in. It's fun to see the camaraderie. Ball up there. Looks like Hernandez, I don't want to say it, but it looks like he's getting a little bit tired. That fastball there at 83. The first off-speed pitch of the inning was down to 68. I'll be interested to see if they get this bullpen moving here, if there's any traffic.
In with the 2-1. Drive over to center. Brito pushing back, has room, and makes the catch for out number 2.
Another great swing from Johnson there. He's got to feel really good about the contact he's making. The swing is playing, just 2 balls driven to the deep part of the outfield. Hard to ask for much more than that.
Yeah, he's been making the bat sing a little bit today. As we turn over the lineup card, back to the top of the order, where we all began this Nike RBI World Series. Hernandez versus Perkins.
Perkins with that close stance. Ooh. You notice Chavez was playing back, wanted to use some of that speed, drop a little bunt down, and when you have speed like Perkins does, that 2-out bunt can turn into 2-out triple because he can steal second and third with the best of them.
Yeah, especially with the infield at their normal depth, you can potentially sneak that. 1-0. Bunt's taken for ball 2. For Perkins, he said, according to his coaches, he's had the most fun he has had in his whole playing career here in Vero Beach. Even things like playing trivia with his teammates, he just has had a lot of joy in this entire process. He's also known for his post-game backflips you saw in the intro. He gives a backflip after every single victory. And Coach Boggs is looking for that to happen again for one final time in 2025.
Man, would love to see that. Would love to see that.
Bunt on the ground. Hernandez gloves it. Hard throw to first. Oh!
We got
it's on to foul air into foul ground, and this could be more than 2. Look at that speed from Malik Perkins. Turned a bunt into 3. Looking like Chandler Simpson out there on the base pass.
What a great comp. What a great comp. And it's a testament to what his game-breaking speed can do. This is a bad bunt right back to the pitcher, and he's so fast. Hernandez makes it a bang-bang play, and the throw gets away, and it's a stand-up triple for him. I mean, he won't get charged with the triple because of the error, but it's effectively a triple for Team Indy. They don't care, especially in a format like this in the championship.
That's the thing with baseball, especially at the youth level. If you could just put balls in play, some mistakes are going to occur over time, especially when you get your fastest runners. The pressure builds up a little bit. And it can lead to some havoc on the base pass, as we just saw.
Little sneaky pickoff attempt there, trying to catch him sleeping. E3 there. The error was charged to Omar Guzman at first base on missing the catch there, not on the throw from Hernandez.
That's the second error of the day for Arizona. Puts them in a little bit of a pickle.
Got Desmond Francis here, just the guy you're looking for if you're John Boggs. A 2-out RBI here would be huge. You talk about separation, Cedric. That's what it looks like. Got the minty fresh batting gloves on, too.
0-1. A little bit of look good, feel good. Both of these teams, great jerseys all around. Diamondbacks looking just like their MLB counterpart, and they have that black jersey, which is very popular with the team. They've been on their win streak with the black jersey, so feeling the superstition there. 1-1 offering. Fly ball this time from Francis. This is pushing Brito deep, but he reads it well and makes the catch for out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Indy up 4-1 and looking to hold Arizona at bay.
Today was just so outstanding. We had over 200 kids here learning the fundamentals of baseball.
Hey, ready, go!
The Nike RB program is about building grassroots, and we're trying to get more youth to play baseball and softball.
It was great, you know, just getting a chance to spend some time with the younger kids. There you go, good job. They're creative, and they like to move around a lot, but they want to be active, so just getting a chance to bring them around the game that I enjoy and I love, it was great.
It was fun. I learned a lot of stuff. Like, it was fun because you got to, like, meet new people and experience new things.
It was a wonderful occasion for kids to learn from the best, for kids to interact with each other, and also hone their skills and their interest in participating in baseball. I think we're going to be having many more activities such as this. We're going to advocate it more. We have Pinchback Park. We just redid the baseball field up there, and that's one of the most utilized parks in Caddo Parish, and we are proud to have that facility there, and we are looking for even bigger and better things at Pinchback Park now as well as in the future.
Again, special shout out and thanks to Major League Baseball for all their resources that they are providing for this community. This has been a game changer for the entire Caddo Parish.
You are watching the 2025 Nike RBI World Series Senior Boys Championship from the Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Vero Beach, Florida. Home half of the 4th innings as the Diamondbacks have some work to do, trailing 4-1 against Indy. Speaking of Indy, there's a story of a player that used to play for Indy that Sandy has more on.
Hey, Cedric, yes, thank you. If you look in the Indy dugout, you'll see an Indy jersey with the number 16 hanging up. Coach Dominique Boggs, one of his best friends, Cody Foster, played on the Indy Nike RBI program. He passed away in 2021. Now the team hangs up his jersey in memory. And Cody's dad, Kevin Foster, and his sister, Chelsea Foster, are both watching tonight. Cedric.
Thank you, Sandy. For a lot of these players, they have teammates that form those bonds all throughout their life, and it's always sad whenever one passes away. But it's great that Indy still finds a way to honor him before each game. That was his jersey that was held up during the opening, which was pretty impressive and awesome to pay homage to him.
Yeah, bigger than baseball, and shout out to the Fosters for hanging out with us tonight and watching this game.
Take a look there at father and son, John and Dominique Boggs.
Nice take there by Fonseca. Adorno a little wild here, hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Now 2-1. Looking to get back into that groove. Might need to go back and find that changeup. It seems like that's kind of his rangefinder tonight. That pitch is really working for him.
Yeah, that has been an effective pitch. Has drawn some whiffs from the Arizona Diamondbacks squad that, as the sand in the hourglass starts to run thin, you feel they've got to scratch at least 1 or 2 more runs if possible, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, they've got to get going here soon, and defense has been their calling card, and we've heard so much about how they've been so slick fielding and sure-handed out there. They've had 3 errors tonight. They're in the back seat because of it. They need the bats to wake up to make up for it, and they definitely have ample time.
2-2. Chopper on the ground. Shortstop Hernandez flipped to for one, and that all it will be. Fielder's choice for Fonseca, but Reyna is retired and one away.
Omar Guzman coming to the plate here, looking to get on base for the second time tonight.
Drew a walk last time he was up. There was a small stint where Adorno gave up a couple walks in the second, but other than that, it's been nails.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by Adorno and his work, man. He's got poise and he's moving. He's got pace up there on the mound. You can tell he's an athlete.
That ball smoked over to left field and down for a base hit. That one hugged the left field line. Guzman's got extra bases. Rounding second is Fonseca. Rounding third as well, and he comes in to score.
Huge piece of hitting there for Guzman. He came into the game with 3 at-bats in the tournament, and he's been productive tonight. Little toe tap, little stay inside the ball, straight as a string down the line. Some people think you can't stay inside the ball and pull it, but he just did. Good for him. What a swing out of Guzman there.
Exactly what the Diamondbacks needed. You take a look at his reaction. Huge play from Omar Guzman. Could be exactly what the Diamondbacks needed. Team that's been able to realize throughout this stretch of what it takes to be doing this every day and what it takes to be in a big league-like environment. You're going at it every day, high competition. Your spot is on the line every single game, especially in the standings in the big picture. And to make a swing like that in the 4th inning when his team needed it, to score a runner from first to third, critical play in this game.
Absolutely, huge lift for everyone. Ooh, and Chavez looking to swing it here early as well. Look at this, you gotta love this. Look at the sombrero. The boys from AZ repping my hometown. I love to see it. Boys stay in the fight. They're having fun in there, though. It's cool to see it, and especially when you're down 2 runs, 3 runs, you're not feeling so great. They're not used to losing. They've been on a run. They're staying in it, though. They believe in each other.
Runner on second. The 0-1 from Adorno. And it counts 0-2. Yeah, you've got to stay loose. That's something that all teams have to do, whether your back is against the wall or whether you're ahead by 7 or 8 runs. You've got to make sure to maintain that sense of fun.
100%. Baseball's such a long game, you know. I mean, this is a 7-inning game, but the big league season's so long, 162 games. You got to mix in some sombreros and some backflips to keep it light.
Yeah, we see a lot of big league teams doing that with the celebrations. That's a foul ball. Count remains the same, 0-2. We've had the Tridents with the Mariners, which is a pretty iconic one. The Orioles this year, they've had the pirate hat, which Gunnar Henderson got from Disneyland when they were taking on the Los Angeles Angels. So having those run celebrations or big hits to come in, it just adds to that energy. I mean, even yesterday, during that 14-inning game, despite it being a long one for Arizona, the great thing for Indy in this situation, they got to watch that game, but they weren't really all about scouting. They were there to have fun and enjoy a great game. 0-2, blasted, but foul.
And they definitely enjoyed a great game. Came down to the wire, walk-off hit in 14 to go to the ship. That's what it's all about.
Tying run at the plate for Arizona. They have trailed by as much as 3 to this point.
Juan Chavez trying to keep the line moving here, do what he can, make something happen.
0-2, stays alive.
If a foul ball came up in here, would you be ready to catch it?
I don't know. I don't know if my skill set's the greatest. We'll see what I got.
I love it. I hope it happens. I have faith in you.
I appreciate it.
For the record.
When I would call the games over at Field Determination and some of the other outdoor fields, we do have a tent, but sometimes you're pretty close to the outside, and that may give you a chance to make a catch. There's a nice swing. Chavez delivers. That ball rolls over to the left field for Francis. Runner stays at third. But a nice hit by Chavez, the third baseman, puts 2 runners on the base path for Arizona.
Yeah, and a great hold there by Coach there at third. You're running into an out for no reason when you're down 2 runs with 3 innings to go. It's smart baseball play there by holding him there. You got a double play option here, but Valentin can really run. And who knows, maybe it might smell like a bunt in here in a second.
There's potential for it, especially with just 1 away in the inning. See if you can create some havoc.
Yeah, we're seeing what's happened. Adorno's up at 67 total pitches. He's really getting ahead. He's got 43 strikes and 24 balls. Really professional effort from him tonight. He's going to try to hold it together here.
See the cool lighting effects. That was actually recently added to Holman Stadium prior to this season with the new light effects we're seeing with a lot of big league ball clubs. But here comes Josh Parno, the pitching coach. Take another look at those lights. Really great feature. You see that for a lot of home run balls at big league ballparks, minor league ballparks, even some collegiate ballparks are getting that. So again, just adds to the big game feel.
Yeah, this is show. The Jackie Robinson Training Complex is not messing around out here. And what an environment for this team as the Arizona Diamondbacks dugout comes alive. They're hitting some chants pretty hard right now.
After just one base hit through the first 3 innings, they have now bounced back to get 2 base hits in this 4th inning, Cole.
No doubt, no doubt. They're passing the baton. It's a 1 through 9 mentality. They're all going up there with the same goal and same intent. You can tell.
Speaking of 9, here is the batter in the 9 hole, Cesar Valentin.
Love it. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what they're cooking up. Skipper Eric Figueroa is making some movement out in front of the dugout. Maybe we got some guys in motion here.
Chopper just goes foul.
Foul ball there. Looking to put something in play and beat out a double play. You got to run like hell.
If you're the Diamondbacks, you don't want to leave any meat on the bone in this situation. Indy has their backs against the wall, something they've had to deal with throughout the last 4 games of the tournament, so not afraid of this territory. And there's a called strike. Nice pitch by Adorno.
Just nibbled that corner there on the edge, huh? Big pitch, you got an 0-2 count. Valentin gonna try to put something forward.
0-2 in.
And he does.
That one sent through the middle. That one is a stop by the shortstop. Race to the second base bag, not in time. RBI as Valentin drives in Guzman, and it's now 4-3. What an exciting play at second, though.
Man, and what a great play here by Mayo. Oh, just not enough. The shades fly off. It's a foot race to the bag. Oh, it's so close, man. They might have to go to replay on that one. That's unbelievable. And then they got the sombrero for the scored run. Stadium's starting to come alive. A lot of energy coming out of the Arizona side.
Yeah, talk about a photo finish. You know, a lot of people in Indy, fan of Indy racing. That would be a true photo finish, courtesy or on the level of what you'd see in Indy cars.
Yes, it would. Genaro Brito coming up, back at the top of the order. A lot of speed. You can make some things happen here. We got a 1-run ball game. 2 guys on. Getting a little tight for Adorno. He's up to 71 pitches.
1-0. And that's fouled off. For Brito, he's known for being more of a quieter guy generally, but yesterday he showcased that resilience and that energy after striking out the side in the 14th inning. That was his 100, and he was already at past 100 pitches, so on his over 100 pitch, he got that last strikeout, and he let that energy loose, and the whole team fed off of it. They walked it off in the next half inning.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. Sometimes the game of baseball can just overcome you. You can be as easygoing as the next guy, but your emotions get the best of you sometimes. Really cool to see him be a human being out there and let it fly.
1-1 to Brito. And that's fouled off for strike 2.
Here he is last night, top of the 14th, losing his mind. He looks like Tarek Skubal if he just won the World Series up there. Just stomping with some lefty swagger off the mound. You love to see it.
Fantastic energy.
Yeah, 10 Ks, 2 walks, 6 1/3. Tip of the cap for that. Brito's a ball player, and he's here hitting leadoff, playing center field tonight. He can do it all. He's just a guy you want in the middle of the diamond.
I agree. How rare is that, too, to see 6 1/3 innings out of the pen?
You don't see that very often. He's getting a lot of pats on the back and high fives for it, though, no doubt.
India ahead 4-3, but Arizona knocking on the door 1-2, and it's a pop-up. This one's towards right field, a little bit deeper than I thought originally, but Johnson makes the snag, and that's out number 2. Big out there for Adorno.
Huge, huge. Shavir's going to be up here to try to keep this inning alive. What a great inning, just purely passing the baton, having great at-bats, making things happen, stretching out the inning. You can't ask for much more, Cedric.
Another one of those high leverage moments. Bottom of the 4th inning, Diamondbacks have scratched back with 2 runs In this bottom of the fourth, can it be more? Will Adorno be able to shut down Shavira? We'll see.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat for Adorno.
First pitch to Shavira, swing and a miss for a strike.
Great pitch there, getting ahead. Swing and miss. Now Shaviro's thinking, am I late on this fastball? Such a pivotal point in the game here.
Oh, 0-1 offering. That's out of the glove, a called strike. Good job by Pena, though, to stay in front of it. That's something you also got to think about as catcher. If any pitches are off speed or off the plate, they've got to do a good job of stopping it and not let it get away, lest two runners get in a scoring position.
Yeah, it's not an easy job back there. Not an easy job. Oh-2 here. Big pitch.
Next offering, and that's inside. Just a little bit off inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wonder what we'll see from Shavira. His changeup has been arguably his best pitch today, and he's complemented that with some high heat from his fastball.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of going up and down, up and down. He's making the hitter like a bobblehead. 1 minute you're looking up, 1 minute you're looking down. It's hard to cover the whole plate and a whole bunch of pitches when you're doing that. So Arizona's just got to do a good job to combat that, of staying committed to what they want to hit.
The 1-2, and that's high. Cole, I've got to ask, have you had a bobblehead of yourself that you happen to have?
Yeah, definitely. I have some from my way up through the minor leagues. I had a cool Altoona Curve one and a cool Charleston, West Virginia Power one. I'm sliding in and like my hair's going all over the place. I love bobbleheads. I have a Tyler Glasnow bobblehead in my house that my son broke a couple days ago. So looking for new bobbleheads if you've got any you're looking to get rid of.
Just got a Kumar Rocker one, actually, from working with the Rough Riders.
Sweet.
2-2, and that's fouled back. The netting wasn't there. That maybe have made the press box.
I want to see you make a play, man. I know you got it in you.
I'm feeling confident now. You've encouraged me now. You thought about coaching?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to stay around baseball in whatever capacity I can, whether it's up here with you or down in the dugout, helping out in a closer way in proximity. I just love baseball and always wanted to be a part of my life as long as I live.
Well, you're pretty great at the commentary thing. 2-2.
Thank you.
Shavira made the bat sing, but not enough, as that's a fly out in the left field, and that retires 2 runners left on the base path. But Arizona, they did what they needed to do. They get 2 back, and it's a close game as we head to the top of the 5th at the Nike RBI World Series Championship. When we look at reviving baseball in inner cities, here are some of the goals. Increase participation in baseball and softball, promote greater inclusions of diverse youth, of course, academic achievement, as well as teaching the value of teamwork. And we have seen all on display. And now we're joined in the booth by David James, MLB Vice President of Baseball and Softball. Wow, this is such a great event. You've been doing this now for 10 years, David. What is it like now getting to see another championship here at this venue and seeing the growth of the program?
Well, obviously, we're really happy to be here again, and obviously the Jackie Robinson Training Complex is just a jewel, and we had a jewel last night. That was just outstanding. for all of those young men and the fans that came out and watched that game. That's what this is all about. It's been a fantastic start to this tournament this year.
Yeah, 100%. It's amazing to be here, and this is my first time being here. I'm taking it all in. What has been the biggest thing for RBI in getting this event to this place?
Well, I think the players, the leagues, the folks that run those programs in their respective markets, they're really committed to kids having the opportunity to play baseball and softball. And listen, the competition here is high quality. Obviously, we have a large number of the major league clubs that are supporting these programs, and these kids are having just wonderful opportunities to play.
There's such a great variety in the programs and the amount of cities. This went from just 180 boys in LA back in 1989 to now 200 cities featuring over 100,000 boys and girls in the program, David. How do you guys come up with the programming that are around the RBI World Series, not only with the baseball, but also some of the other events that go around to help these players out?
Well, one of the things that we really stress is focusing on getting games in, and specifically regular season games. You know, we all have the conversation about travel ball and things like that, but reps are really important for a lot of these kids. And quite honestly, we want to make sure that they have reps without their parents always having to go into the pocket to be able to play. As you guys know, at the higher levels, regular season means an absolute lot. And we're starting to see these leagues that, hey, we do like a little bit of the travel stuff, but this regular season building up to the RBI World Series and the regional tournaments is really working for a lot of people.
Yeah, totally. I was telling a story earlier. I grew up hearing about the Urban Youth Academy in Compton and got a chance to go when I was probably 12 years old, and it changed my life just seeing what was there in the baseball world. And where are you guys trying to grow from there? Obviously, you have all these youth academies all over the world, but where's the dream go from here? Where are you guys trying to go next?
And again, it's really about playing more games. As you guys know, from a high school perspective, from a collegiate perspective, from a professional perspective, regular season games mean a lot. That's really where you hone your skills. Not necessarily against travel ball, but we want these kids to have more opportunities to play. And at this young age, for a lot of them, they need more of the reps like this. And watching what happened last night and the importance of all of these young men that are here, and we'll see that happen when the girls come in next week about, hey, here's a place where you can just lay it out and there's not a whole lot of pressure. Just come out here and play.
Yeah. We'll throw the bats and balls out for you. Just show up.
Right, absolutely.
100%. I love that.
David, as the director of baseball and softball development, what goes into your position and what does your daily schedule look like?
Well, it's a team process. Baseball, softball development, which is led by Tony Regans, we do a lot of things. In fact, Coach Ballgame, who's one of our ambassadors, was here today over in Building 42, and I think we had probably 300-plus kids in there that just ran around and had a lot of fun, and they're all going home with a Franklin bat and ball set, so they're going to go back in their backyard and they're going to continue to play. It's those types of things. The girls are going to be here next week. I want to give a shout out to a lot of the folks on our side. I think of Sarah Padov and the group that they're doing. I was with them in earlier this year in Kansas City, and they had 140 ladies, baseball and softball. And so we are just making sure that everyone who wants access to bat and ball sport, that we can help provide that, and you don't always have to go in your pocket to be able to do it.
Exactly. Life is tough, life's expensive, the game is tough and expensive, and you guys make that way easier for everyone to play it. And baseball is such a game that's for everyone, and you guys are doing the groundwork to make sure that everyone gets access to it.
Team effort.
Love that.
Yeah, we take a look at all the programs throughout the schedule. What I really like is that it engages people from young ages all the way up to older ages. So you have a lot of these tournaments, it's 13 to 18. You have the collegiate side as well with the Andre Dawson Desert Invitational HBCU Swingman. But then you have these play ball events that you pair with it, which allows young people to go out there, get used to playing baseball. They'll ask their parents, hey, I want to go out there. I want to grab a glove. I want to go play, or I want to work around the game of baseball. It's just awesome to see all the touch points, and I feel that's such an important part of what you guys do in your curriculum.
And as I was getting ready to come up here, there were some kids that probably looked to be about 14, 15 years old, and they've got the Franklin bat and ball sets, and they are out there just yakking it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm sure that they play, but they enjoy the fun of it, and that's part of it. We want to make sure it's fun. As we know, sometimes it gets a little too serious.
No doubt.
But we just want them to play.
Yeah, and you give everyone that opportunity to go home and play and take their Franklin bat and ball home, and the journey continues. The game keeps going.
0-2 is a ground ball. Short route over to second base. And that is the end of the inning. But thank you so much, David James. I appreciate you joining us. MLB Vice President of Baseball and Softball Development. 4-3 lead for Indy.
Today we're introducing our New York Mets Nike RBI baseball team to our fans. This is the first year that we've done this. We had over 40 kids try out. We have 18 kids that we selected. We're just real excited to introduce baseball to the community, to these young kids.
It's really awesome because you get a chance to kind of give back to the youth, and for me, like, without having a strong passion for youth baseball, like, I wouldn't be here today. It takes me back memory lane, so to be able to kind of help support these kids, it just means a lot.
Pete, along with David Peterson and Tyrone Taylor, are going to bring them their equipment.
Landon Myers.
Pete Alonso is one of my favorite players, so just casually seeing him in the room, it was just like mind-blowing.
They're going to get a pregame ceremony before the game, and then they're going to do the high-five tunnel as the players are coming out of the dugout. They're all going to high-five the players before sitting back and watching the game.
It feels pretty cool because my mom is a really big Mets fan, and I'm also pretty happy because I get to go to an MLB game and it's the Mets, so it's nice to represent.
To do the meet and greet and be able to pass out their unis and their special bags, it's really cool. So 12-year-old Pete would have been stoked, so I'm happy to be able to pass that forward and just really stoked to be able to help out.
Something new this year at the RBI World Series is that there are multiple award winners. Breaking Barriers winners, you see a picture there with David James and Justin Brown. Also in the senior division, Caleb Harley from Atlanta won as well, but he was playing in that 14-inning game against the Diamondbacks. But again, it feels great to see multiple players recognized. And then the Sportsmanship Award winners, Mark James from the Dodgers in the junior division, who are headed to the finals tomorrow, and then Malik Perkins from Indy as well. But here's a look at the first pitch from Mark James immediately after his game, as the Dodgers just punched their ticket to the Junior Division Championship tomorrow, which will also be on MLB.com tomorrow morning. Again, how awesome is it for these athletes to get the opportunity to showcase what they got? There's a nice swing and a leadoff base hit for Adolfo Pacheco.
There he goes. Nice swing there. Didn't try to do too much like he was doing earlier and just stayed within himself. Nice line drive. But yeah, they're giving everybody opportunity to shine here through those awards. And Pacheco shined on that swing there. Really nice piece of hitting there to get us rolling. And then a little courtesy runner action.
So
he's fired up
on the plate now. You got to see it. Arizona, they were trailing 4-1 up until that bottom of the fourth inning where they usurped momentum. It's Jaden Adorno looking to get through 5 innings. Try to battle his way through. Pinch runner on the base pass now. And in comes Hernandez, who takes the first pitch outside for ball 1.
Hernandez, man, Juan Hernandez, our hero tonight. Love to see him poke a hole here, make something happen.
The other side, Adorno's been a hero for his side, trying to keep his team in front.
No doubt. He's up to 85 pitches here. It'll be interesting to see what Boggs does with him, how long his rope is.
Take a look there at the pinch runner.
Looks like they've got some action in the pen.
It's Tech Napanoween. 2-0. Woo. That's hit hard but foul. And it counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Hernandez had a base hit in the first inning to drive in the first run of the game for either side. It was Diamondbacks with an early advantage. Then Indy, they rattled off 4 consecutively. 2-1. Chopper to shortstop. Fernandez the second for 1. Turn throw to first, not in time. fielder's choice that time for Hernandez. And that pushes Napano Ween to second, or check that he's retired, and Hernandez is on first base.
Yeah, nice little play there by Fernandez at shortstop. Not trying to rush and do too much. You got a good runner there. You know you're probably not making two there. You just want to make sure that you get one out at second base. Smart baseball play there.
Especially to get the leadoff guy, too, if possible. So the new pinch runner that comes in, it's Abraham Guzman. No relation to Omar Guzman, but his coach said they could be brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers this week at the World Series, no doubt. And here's Reyna.
Guzman came in to pinch run last time that Hernandez was on the base pass back in the first inning.
Yes, he did. He's got the J. Bell specs going, too. I love the glasses. You don't see that enough in the game nowadays.
Pitch to Reyna, and that's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. For Reyna, his coach, Eric Figueroa, raved about how he does the small things so well. Not only at the ballpark and when he's on the field, but also just the little things, such as cleaning up trash if another team, they were at the complex and left a few things behind, and he was able to clean that all up. Just, again, speaks to the type of person he is. And something else that further emphasizes that, given his commute to Phoenix for RBI practice, it's a long one. So he wakes up at 1:45 in the morning sometimes to commute to Phoenix for practice. It's an early practice, early in the morning, which, as you would know, Cole, one of the few viable times to really practice, given how hot it is during the day at Arizona. But to wake up at 1:45 a.m., I think throughout my college years, I went to bed at 1:45 a.m. every single day. So
yeah, you did.
Again, speaks to what he can do.
Yeah, and it just speaks to how committed he is to the game and his growth within it. I'm a huge fan of him for that. As he pops up there to shallow left field, looks like Perkins is going to take care of it. Or excuse me, Francis is going to take care of it there.
Yeah, so some good communication there between Fernandez and Francis as you take a look at the new temperature. So cooling off just a little bit, but still 86 degrees. But whenever you have a super hot day, it makes for very pleasant evenings. And I feel it's a lot more comfortable now that the sun is set.
Yeah, we'll take that. It's 80 and it feels like 86. We will take that. Oh, a nice little poke there.
Into right center by Fonseca. Puts runners on first and second with 2 away. And now the go-ahead run is on the base pass for the Diamondback. Impressive work there from Fonseca. He's reached base twice tonight.
Yes, he has. Guzman back to the plate, really feeling confident up there based off everything that's gone on tonight. We're going to have a little mound visit here. We'll see if Adorno's staying in this game. He's at 92 pitches. Cedric, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard work. I mean, he's been working his tail off there. He's rolled through Diamondbacks at times, but over the last 2 innings, Arizona has started to key in a little bit on some of his pitches, and they have been able to get those line drives. You take a look at his pitch count. The biggest thing that's to Adorno's credit right now is his ability to be in the zone. 60 strikes to just 32 balls throughout this 92 pitch count. Impressive work for Adorno, especially when his team needed him most. Trying to deliver yet again. He did so in the win over the Chicago White Sox, the reigning champs of the senior division in the Central Region Championship. Indy knocked them off.
Yeah, Coach Josh Varno sticking with him here. Looks like there was some chatter, but ultimately decided to leave Adorno in the game here. It's his ball game. I honestly love the call. He's been out there all night and he's been getting ahead. His stuff isn't as sharp as it was in maybe the first inning, but that's life. That's baseball. He's still finding a way to execute and keeping guys from advancing for the most part.
Yeah, you took a look at the coaching staff for Indy. Got to say thank you to not only their staff, but Arizona's staff for taking some time to talk with us earlier today, tell us about their teams and their stories as well. And they have been fantastic stories. One of the top ones, of course, the father-son coaching duel, the old school and the new school. And on the other side from Eric Figueroa, talking about the recovery of his guys after a 14-inning slugfest yesterday, 0-1. And that's low. Guzman with a great take. So you remember back in the 4th inning, Omar Guzman delivered in a huge way after the Diamondbacks were held scoreless from the 1st inning all the way to the 4th. He drove an RBI double that drove in Fonseca from first all the way to home.
Yeah, just a sweet swing, a nice piece of hitting. Pure line drive down the line, made it happen. So happy for him. It looks like this could be Adorno's last hitter. That bullpen's getting quiet down there in the right field line for Indy. This is a big at-bat.
2-0. And a good hitter's count now for Guzman.
Yeah, and it looks like the pitchers tonight both are struggling with this mound, and there was a word that it's a little dry, and earlier we got some rain on this field, and there was rainfall down, and they weren't able to tarp the field in time, and the mound is just dry, and they've been struggling with that tonight. You keep seeing Adorno looking down after he fires to the plate.
3-0, take all the way, and it misses outside. It's a walk. And Sandy's got more about the mound.
Hey, Cedric, yeah, I was talking to both dugouts about the mound because we keep seeing them go back, walk around. They're trying to make it softer. I was told it's flat. They can't push off of it. They're not able to get a good grip on the rubber because it's too hard.
So a new pitcher will have to try to get the best grip that they can on the rubber, as that's the end of the day for Adorno. 4 2/3 innings of work for his team, and he leads with his squad ahead. However, the bases are loaded. We'll take a short break.
I'm ready, Coach. Oh, this is the worst part about being a catcher. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be excited. I want the adrenaline going. Hey, snakes are hot, baby. Let's go! Depending how the hitters look, that's how we're going to pitch them. All right. And once we get deeper into the game, I can recognize a little bit more. Yeah. Hey, get one! Julio! Out of it.
A true veteran of the RBI World Series, Adolfo Pacheco in his 4th year. You got to see him on the mic there. That's got to be interesting as a player to have the mic throughout the entire game. You want to act natural, but he did a great job just being able to go get his teammates, get ready for this huge game.
Yeah, he's a true pro. Thank him for doing that for us. Shout out Pacheco. What a player and a veteran here at this tournament. Love seeing him back here. Love seeing him swing the bat a little bit.
And now his team faces off against a new pitcher. It's Nate Hilsebeck to the fray. He's originally from Lafayette, Indiana, attending Lafayette Jefferson High School. The right-handed pitcher inherits a massive jam. Bases loaded, including the go-ahead run in scoring position. But there are 2 outs in the inning. So Hilsebeck comes in a high leverage situation after 4 2/3 innings of 3-run ball by Jaden Adorno. But he's not off the books yet. It's up to Hilsebeck to try to close it. First pitch to Chavez. And it's ball 1.
Not the start he wanted there. This is a really tough situation to come in on. You've got speed on 3rd and 2nd. You've got bases drunk. Just not where you want to be.
And another take. A lot of pitches out of the zone. That's 6 consecutive pitches that have missed from Indy.
Yeah. It's going to be critical for Chavez here to just stay within himself and not try to get too big. Take what he gives him.
2-0. And a called strike. We've seen that outside part of the plate be given to pitchers so far today.
Yeah, he's been getting that call all night.
2-1 in. Swing and a drive over to right center. Perkins. No, it's actually Johnson, and he made the catch. Wow, what a play from Johnson.
What a play. He left the hat in right field. He said, I'm good. I got the ball.
Yeah, we'll take another look at this one. First, I thought it was going to be Perkins' ball, but then Johnson comes out of nowhere. Take a look at this. Chavez put it up in right center. It was high. It was shallow, but not too shallow for Nick Johnson. Full extension and makes the catch, keeping Indy's lead 4-3.
Man.
Each month we recognize a Nike RBI athlete for his achievement on and off the field. Today is Sean Harmon. He'll have the opportunity to come on the field to be recognized, and he'll be able to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. In addition to that, his teammates are here to support him and cheer him on. They had the opportunity to meet some of our players like Christian Yelich and Freddie Peralta came over to say hello to them.
Enjoy the practice. It's nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
It reminds me like when I was about, that age or younger, and I wish back then to meet, a professional baseball player or a big leaguer. It's a great opportunity, I think, for them. It makes me feel good because that, and they look very excited. So that's what I love about it.
This is our RBI. Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's good to see everybody. Everyone's excited, and nice to meet everybody that's playing baseball in the community, and check out BP in the big leagues, and Cubs Brewers later tonight.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? Just talking to you. I just got a picture with him. Nice. You got you mic'd up, huh? You got all the responsibility?
A little nervous. I gotta keep it silent.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's our catcher for our summer team. He said he's a little nervous, but he's gonna throw a strike right down the middle. I know it.
I was so nervous to even look at myself on the camera. But when I looked out in the crowd, I was like, only live once, so I just lifted up to the best. So I threw a strike too. So Nike has been such a great opportunity. Like, this is a great experience, to be honest.
Baseball is just heating up. Be a part of all the excitement, action, and unforgettable moments. Scan the QR code or go to MLB.com/tickets and plan your ballpark visit. Top of the sixth, 4-3 lead for Indy. This game has gotten tighter and tighter as the game goes on. And now Indy, it's up to their offense to try to build some more separation. They scored 3 in the second, 1 in the first, and it'll be the high-slugging Theo Kramer who leads off the frame against Hernandez in his 6th inning of work.
There's that outside pitch strike again. Hernandez back out there, 85 pitches. They said they were going to ride him. He's their horse, and they're sticking by it. It would be huge if you could get him through this inning.
In with the 1-1. And a called strike on a breaking ball. It's really impressive to see what Juan Hernandez has done, because through the first 3 innings, his pitch count was very high.
Yeah.
And then he has worked efficiently through his last 2 innings, facing just 8 batters in those combined 2 innings. 1-2 in. Chopper is foul. And the count remains the same to to Theo Kramer.
Yeah, Theo Kramer's trying to stay hot right here. He's Mr. Extra Base. Be huge for a little leadoff double, leadoff homer or something here. He's a big boy, a lot of leverage. He looks like a young Richie Sexton out there.
Great comparison. 1-2 in. This chopper stays fair this time. Chavez has to react quickly, and he does for out number 1.
Man, another great play, reminiscent of the play he made in the first inning. That throw on the run there is smooth. Very nice play, 2-3. Very nice.
Yeah, he's looked sharp at third base today. Great reactions, great angles as well, and reads the pitch speeds excellently.
No doubt. My favorite part is how he just throws on the run, just effortlessly. He looks like Manny Machado over there, just keeps it moving. Very impressive.
Very smooth. Springs on Mikey Williamson, 4-3 lead for Indy, trying to build this advantage. They've led by as much as 3.
And they'd love to get some more extension back on that lead. No better time than now to do it. A run here in the 6th would be gigantic.
Count is 1-1. Reminder, we do play a 7-inning game in the RBI World Series, so just keep that in mind as we go. So this one is very equivalent to what an 8th inning would be. 0-1, or 1-1 rather. And that one's inside 2 balls and 1 strike, so game a little compressed. This is the late portion of the game.
Yeah, everything's heightened here. Everything matters. You don't want to get Williamson on base here because Nick Johnson's on deck and he can run and he's going to beat your double play.
It's fouled off into Mikey Williamson. It's not easy there as well. Some of these players having to take licks, as well as just the physicality of this entire tournament, where you're going to take, you know, some injuries or some hits or some bruises, and you still got to keep continuing. Take a look at one of his teammates who also did a great job of that earlier, Jaron Miles, who's made some plays. Also, the umpire, Dennis Horn, has also taken his fair share of shots as well today, and he's been doing a good job behind the plate.
Yeah, a lot of feel out of Dennis back behind home. Guy fouls the ball off the shin. He gives him a minute to breathe. That a little bit goes a long way.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 84 miles per hour from Hernandez. And that is his 5th strikeout of the day.
We're gonna take you back to the 2nd inning here. This Nick Johnson triple, huge play, gave him a 3-run lead early. If the game ended right now, I'd have a tough time not making him my MVP, Cedric. What a night for him. Big plays all over the place, 3 RBIs. Let's see what he wants to do here in the top 6.
First pitch to him. Takes the curveball for a strike. It also is defensively. We can't just undersell the offense as we take a look at this phenomenal catch. What a read. Lost the hat, but didn't lose the ball.
Yeah, man, that is clean right there. What a play.
That was a bases loaded situation for Arizona. The tying run was at 3rd base. The go-ahead run was at 2nd. If he does not make that catch and it gets by him, the Diamondbacks would be ahead right now in the top of the 6th. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball. Went curveball earlier, and now another off speed. Got the whiff.
Yeah, that was nasty. That might have been one of the best whiffs of the night. Look at this. Man, a tough spot to be as a hitter, but we've all been there. You just got to stay alive and see the next pitch.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Back to the breaking ball. And Hernandez has gone through 6 innings of work. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 lead for Indy, but the Diamondbacks coming to bat when we come back. As we approach crunch time, bottom of the 6th inning at Holman Stadium, a 4-3 lead for Indy, but Arizona has kept themselves in the game thanks to some great pitching down the stretch from Juan Hernandez.
And that's nasty. He went curveball, went back to the curveball. So nasty. He put it right where he knew he couldn't hit it, and that was really nice, especially after the night Nick Johnson's been having.
So went all breaking stuff there. As we take a look, there's a defensive change for Indy. It'll be Meek Allman, who's now the new 2nd baseman after some great work by Jaron Miles to this point today. We were expecting some defensive switches. Speaking of guys coming into the lineup to lead off this inning, it's Isaac Valencia.
Isaac Valencia, the pride of Buckeye, Arizona. What a spot, what a player.
Wave and a miss. Some high heat that time from Hilsebeck facing his 2nd batter. Had to feel good. A bases loaded situation he inherited in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a nice play behind him got him out of it. 0-2.
Yeah, and it's so tough to lay off that high fastball off the bench. Pinch hitting is harder than people give it credit for, and it feels like that's such an easy pitch to hit, and then you just swing right through it.
1-2. Air upstairs.
Ooh, close one there, close one. Confident take, 2-2 count. Hilsebeck really bringing it. He looks like he knows what he's doing up there, man.
In with the 2-2.
Oh.
Run them up, called strike 3. Dotted it on the outside part of the plate. And that's the first K of the day for Hilsebeck.
Little left, right, left chant from the Indy fan side. The crowd is getting into it. The people are coming alive at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex out here. Got some atmosphere going on.
Especially when you have a game as close as this. Some of the best baseball players between 16 and 18 years old you will see. Appeal on the breaking ball, and it's a strike.
Yeah, we're starting to get spicy out here.
As it is, it's competitive.
No doubt.
0-1 in. Breaking ball, guided foul. 0-2 to Brito. Take a look there at the Diamondbacks, program that has won a championship in the recent years. They were champions in 2019.
Yeah, and Brito would love to give this team a spark here. I mean, last night he did on the mound. He would love to pull through in the box here, make something happen here.
0-2 offering. Swing and a drive to right field. Johnson tests it again, and he can't get to it.
And he does. What a great piece of hitting. He didn't let the call from the first base umpire on the check swing get in his head, and he stayed in that at bat and fought something forward. What a professional at bat. What a great outcome.
Yeah, guided it opposite as well, too.
Yeah.
Also smart defensively from Johnson, too. If you dive for that, that could turn into a double or triple. You got to pick your battles and pick your dives correctly, and he showcased some good prudence back there.
Yeah, great baseball IQ play there out of Johnson. Huge.
Puts the tying run on the base pass for Cesar Chavira.
He got that sac bunt down earlier. Would love to poke a hole, make something happen here.
Led directly to a run. Chops that one to the right side. First baseman Kramer comes up. No jukes today.
Ooh.
Kramer makes the tag.
A little push, a little chirp, a little spicy there. Theo Kramer's got some words to say. We're getting happy out here. Starting to see some energy, positive and negative here in the 6th inning. But that's baseball, man.
That's right. Both of these teams can taste the championship away. Right now, Indianapolis, all they have to get through is 4 more outs. For Arizona, they know they have the tying run in scoring position after the ground out. So with 2 away, this brings on their veteran, Adolfo Pacheco. Had a base hit last time he was up. Tying run at second base, bottom of the 6th inning. An opportunity starting to dwindle for the Diamondbacks.
The man for hire wearing the wire. He's pulled through for us tonight. He wants to pull through for the team here and poke this run across. It would be huge, especially just for the El Capitan of the team. You know, he's been here before. He would love to make something happen here.
Here's the first offering. Fist it into shallow center and caught. Mayo Fernandez was able to bring it down, and that retires the side. Hilsebeck with a big inning as we take a look at this. Temper starting to flare as it's getting competitive at the RBI World Series Championship. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. 6 innings up, 6 innings down, but still Juan Hernandez on the mound for his 7th inning of work. Take a look at his line. What stands out to you, Cole?
Man, just the grit, the determination. He is hell-bent on hitting this pitch limit and giving his team all he's got. They said this morning in our managers meeting, we didn't come this far just to come this far. We're going to empty the tank. And no guy they'd rather have coming up to face the top of this Indy lineup here.
Hey, Cedric, I spoke with Juan Hernandez right before he went out right now, and I said, how are you feeling? He says, I'm feeling good. And then I talked to his catcher, Adolfo Pacheco, and I said, okay, what are you seeing from Juan so far? He's like, he said his fastball is coming together, but right now his best pitch is the curveball. It's really breaking in all the right spots.
Yeah, you're right about that, Sandy. He got that breaking ball working against Nick Johnson, the big impact bat for Indy today, picking up the strikeout to end at the top of the 6th inning. He's a player that, with his recovery, even after throwing 100 pitches, he does long toss for his recovery. This is a guy that loves baseball, loves giving his 100%, and he's going to try to grind things out in this 7th inning and keep his team down by just 1.
There he goes with that little get-me-over curveball. It's working for him. He's got to stick with it. You know, you can't run away from what's working. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more of those here.
Yeah, it's also just a mix-up as you're going through an order. This is Perkins' 4th plate appearance of the day. Check swings at another breaking ball, did not go. Counts even 1 ball, 1 strike. But he used a lot of the fastball early, and now you mix that in with the breaking ball the 3rd or 4th time around, a pitch that maybe wasn't used as much earlier that you're now using a little bit later. It changes the approach for these hitters as they come up to the plate. 1-1 is a drive to right field. Chavez camping out underneath it, makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
100 pitches for Hernandez. Inching to the end here. 100 pitches, 57 total strikes. He was pretty even in the first 3 innings, and now he's leaning more towards the strike side. He's finding his footing, getting some comfort. Maybe he's just getting used to that dry mound, or he's spitting on it a lot to add some moisture to it.
His next opponent will be Desmond Francis. Indy would love a chance at an insurance run. Starts with a curveball, and it's a called strike.
Yeah, man, he just keeps going back to it. He's got superb command with that pitch right now. I wouldn't leave it as much as I had to.
Back to it, but misses a little bit inside that time.
Yep.
Francis, the Notre Dame commit. Player that's pretty young in the game of baseball. He's only been playing since he was 9 and has a lot of development still to go. But to already be where he's at now and being able to play D1, that's fantastic. Sends one high and deep to center. And Brito able to make the play in left center field. And that's 2 away for Hernandez, continuing to hit his stride. Since that 3rd inning, he has been nails. And so far, he has pitched not only a quality start by youth league definition, but a quality start by major league definition as well.
Absolutely, man. Hats off to him. He's leaving it all out here for us tonight. And they've got Mayo Fernandez coming up to hit right here. I wonder if John Boggs is pulling the side and saying, hey, man, this guy's got 2 pitches till he's done. Leave that bat on your shoulder. Just don't even – let's get this guy out of the game. Let's get to the bullpen.
We'll see what Mayo brings to the table. 0 for 2, but has reached base on a walk to the point today. For Indy, last chance to try to rally something and try to decrease the pressure a little bit defensively. And it will all come down to that bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball is a strike.
Get me over curveball. One of these hitters for Indy is going to go up there looking for it and tallywhack it. This is his last pitch, 105 right here, the moment of truth.
0-1. And just off. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh! Just
Man.
breaking ball after breaking ball.
He is feeling it. 106. There you go. There you have it.
What a day. What a day. What a day for Hernandez. We'll take a look at how great of an outing this was. Didn't start off great, but it finished strong.
That curveball really came to play today. He's obviously got a really good zip on his fastball, but getting deeper into the game, the curveball is what allowed him to stick around this long. Hats off to him, man. His teammates have got to be feeling really, really good about the effort he gave them. Is he staying in the game? He's out.
So with the Diamondbacks trailing 4-3, new pitcher will be on the mound to try to get that final strike, as he has a handshake as well with his entire team. Diamondbacks, who arrived on a red-eye flight, got going into baseball just an hour and a half after they landed. And now they are here in the championship looking for their first one since 2019. And Juan Hernandez gave them an opportunity. When we come back, we'll have a new pitcher on the mound for the Diamondbacks as they look to get one final strike and send this to the bottom of the 7th. So we got a little bit of a swap defensively for Arizona. Fonseca is the new pitcher, and Hernandez, after 6 2/3 inning of work, he is back in left field. He runs out there and is going to go play some defense there as well, too. So just continuing to grind his way through 100% till the end, and puts his teammate in a great position. Not every day in which a relief pitcher inherits a great, favorable 1-2 count.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Cedric, if I threw 105 pitches, I wouldn't be walking out to play left field. I'd be asking you to roll me out of here on a stretcher, man. Hats off to him. That was an unbelievable effort, and he gave his team the best chance to succeed. 1-run ball game in the 7th. This is all you can ask for. It's the Senior Division Championship of the RBI World Series, and we are here with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, the Pima Community College squad is going to have a great one in Hernandez. The 1-2. And that one's inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to get you back into this plate appearance. It's Fonseca facing off against his first batter, Hernandez. He came in the middle of the count due to the pitch limit. And now we'll try to strike out Fernandez, whose father was teammates with Mike Trout, the Los Angeles Angels. The 2-2. Chopper on the ground. Reyna gloves it, throws it over to first. Soft throw, but it does get there in time. And that is out number 3. The defense does their job for the D-backs, and when we come back, it'll be Hernandez, Reyna, and Fonseca to try to give the Diamondbacks a chance to tie or walk it off. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. The rubber meets the road. Bottom of the 7th inning, 4-3, Indy in front, Arizona with the bats to try to tie it up or take the lead. It's Nate Hilsebeck looking to grind his way through this 7th inning. He came in with the bases loaded and the go-ahead run at second base back in the 5th. Got that final out thanks to some heroics in the outfield from Nick Johnson. And now it all comes down to this as you take a look at how Indy made it all the way to this one. They lost in that first round in New Orleans where Coach Boggs said they came out flat. The next time they faced New Orleans, it was anything but flat. They won 8-0, and they are looking to win the championship. And a called strike on the first pitch. Pitcher versus pitcher to begin the bottom of the 7th inning.
And a great job by Hilsebeck getting ahead there, just nibbling that corner that's been there all day. They keep hitting that spot. Oh, we got an even count. We'll see what Hernandez does with it.
1-1 is a pop-up. Is it playable? Kramer chasing after it. No, it's the catcher instead. And no, we can't make the catch. It was Pena who tried to track it down, and it just fell out of his glove.
So close, and it's kind of not really a traditional dugout here. Like it's on the field. He almost had to like swerve around it. Tough play. Kramer might have had a shot of getting there too had the dugout not been right where it was. Tough little baseball play. Good hop for Team AZ.
The 1-2. And Hernandez doesn't take the cheese. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's like, I know the strike zone. I just threw 150 pitches.
That's got to be a big advantage, too, for a pitcher when you're at the plate, knowing what the strike zone is from first-hand account.
No doubt.
3-2. Bat goes away, ball goes foul, and we'll do it again.
The club went further than the ball.
Here you go, take a look at the bat. Bat's still together, though. We'll take that.
We'll take that, throw some pine tar on it, rub some dirt on it, lock back in for this 3-2 pitch.
Hernandez, a late bloomer. The coaches now describe him as tall, well-built, ready to play college baseball coming up this upcoming year. Payoff pitch. That's high. It's a walk, and the tying run is aboard for Arizona.
A great walk, a great bat drop. Very, very swaggy there, man. No fear out of the D-backs. 14-inning games last night to beat Atlanta. They are fearless. They won 3-2 last night on a walk-off. Reyna's ready to do something here. If I had to guess here, it might smell like a bunt. We might be looking at some small ball here. Every inch, every run matters here. We're down 4-3 here in the 7th for Arizona. We'll see if they go with the sack bunt here.
Could be an opportunity to push a runner in scoring position. Reyna takes a look at a first pitch strike. There had to be a strike from Hilsebeck, as that now limits the bunt option a little bit.
Yes, it does. Got to make a decision, and you got to roll with it. A lot of ball game to play.
0-1. There's a bunt. It's up the middle. Hilsebeck gathers, fires to first in time for 1. Nobody's home at second base. That puts the tying run in scoring position after the sack bunt from Reyna, the second one of the day from Arizona.
Yeah, perfect execution there. Look at that. Keeps the bat level, keeps his nose in it, doesn't let the moment get too big for him. Hard 90 professional effort. Yeah, he wanted that knock there, right there, too. But most importantly, the runner's on second base now with a chance for Fonseca to drive him in.
Indy 2 outs away. Arizona 2 bases away. Here's Ricardo Fonseca. And a first pitch called strike.
0-1 count here as Hilsebeck gets ahead. Very nice pitch. He's pumping it, man. It's a big boy.
Notice that Hernandez now is the runner he was pinch run for when he was pitching, but now he is running on the base pass for the first time this evening. Oh, Fonseca drives it into right field. It's a base hit. Johnson gloves it. Stop sign is on. And that puts runners on first and third. Diamondbacks they can feel that 4th run of the game.
Wow. Great swing there. Easy call to not send him there. You've got 1 out. I think that was the right call there. Good for Fonseca, man. Making it happen, getting it done. Nice piece of hitting. Now it's Guzman's turn to keep the line moving.
He has been on base not once, not twice, but thrice.
Yeah, he's their hottest hitter tonight for sure. And an extra base hit could end this for us, Cedric.
He has already driven in 1 today from 1st to 3rd, or 1st to home, I should say. First offering, and it's lasered in for a strike by Hilsebeck.
Great job getting ahead. Hilsebeck looking locked in, man.
Oh, 1, runner goes. Ball gets away. Here comes Hernandez to the plate. Not in time. The throw goes over Hilsebeck's head. It's into foul territory. And a runner gets the 3rd, the winning run. Now 90 feet away for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, our third base umpire's getting upset about them being out of the dugout. But they are fired up, and there's no stopping this team and their energy right now. They are doing it. Look at this play. Just an aggressive read right off the bat. He takes home plate. Perfect throw. They might get him, but Hilsebeck wasn't there in time to make the tag. The ball gets passed by third base, and the whole team's out of the dugout. Guzman still up at the plate here looking to make something happen. The winning run is on third base with 1 out.
So we thought the pressure was on for Hilsebeck in the 5th inning when it was bases loaded. And now we'll see it again. As you take a look, the celebration a little bit early as the third base ump. That was Kirk Kohler trying to guide Diamondbacks there, but the energy was there as they've grinded their way from trailing by 3 runs to tying up the game again.
And I do understand not wanting the guys to be out of the dugout and not to interfere with the ball in play, but both of these teams have been running out of the dugout all night. It's tough. You can't pick and choose
you gotta have some
spots.
fun. You've got to have your fun.
And they are definitely. I mean, we're bottom 7, tie ball game, big play. Look at this play, Cedric.
Yeah, just the aggressiveness of the base running. There was no hesitation in Hernandez. Once he saw that ball go awry, he went and he sprinted all the way to home plate. And for Indy, they've got to feel a little bit fortunate that the ball that kind of went awry didn't result in the last runner coming to score. Kind of went into the pile for Arizona and made it hard to glove that ball. But here we go, Fonseca. The game-winning run, Arizona. They can taste the championship as they look for their first one since 2019. Guzman in a 1-1 count. Can he come through for his program?
And we've got some Olay chants coming from the Arizona side. It's starting to feel like a World Cup soccer game over there. A lot of energy in the stadium here at Jackie Robinson Training Complex tonight.
We are tied at 4s.
Looks like Guzman's going to get the intentional walk. A lot of respect there.
Not a bad decision from John Boggs, but I know that's got to be tough for Guzman, as this could have been his moment to get that game-winning moment, that game-winning walk-off. But now that instead goes to Juan Chavez.
Wow.
And there's another walk, so 2 intentional walks in a row. That does turn on the double play, though, and it brings the 9-hole batter, which is Isaac Valencia if he pinch hit, or actually they're back to Cesar Valentin. So Valentin will now have the opportunity to try to walk it off. And the good thing for him, all it has to be is something just deep into the outfield or something where it's impossible to get it. So just, you can get it through that infield and sneak it through, you're in great shape. And I'd imagine that's what the conversation is for Arizona.
Yeah, and on the Indianapolis side, I think John Boggs is saying, hey, we're going to get the hitter up that we want up. This is a little bit of that old school mentality that he was alluding to earlier. We want to face Valentin. We're not going to face Guzman. Load the bases. We've got force outs everywhere. We're bringing the infield in. They're trying to make the defense as malleable and as flexible as they can in this moment because their whole year's on the line.
All the other teams that have competed as well against these squads here to watch this outcome. First pitch. And it's a called strike. Hilsebeck's been good at that in this inning. Despite giving up some base runners, he has been on target with these first pitches. It's been the second and thirds that have been the struggle. The 0-1. Bunt is shown, sent up the middle. Hilsebeck to home plate for the force out, and it is in time.
They got him. Great play, great execution. The squeeze is such a tough play to defend, whether you know it's coming or not. And it looks like they didn't know it was coming right there, but just a great job by Hilsebeck here, filled in his position, making something happen. With a little Jeter backhand flip, too. No fear.
The bases remain loaded. Fielder's choice. Now Fonseca is retired, but Guzman now becomes the game-winning run for Arizona. Two results here potentially, either game over or we're headed to extras, something Arizona is very familiar with. Pitch to Brito, that's high, it goes awry, Guzman comes in, he scores, and it's a walk-off winner for the Diamondbacks. 200 RBI World Series programs, just one on top of the senior division. The Diamondbacks are your 2025 Nike RBI World Series champions.
Wow, and they are feeling it, man. What a shot here. We've got the Arizona team pouring the water cooler out over by shortstop, and the Indy team is slowly making their way back to the dugout. Just a heartbreaking loss for them. Hilsebeck getting consoled out on the mound by some Diamondbacks players. Just a great sign of sportsmanship, and what a moment here. Hats off to the Arizona RBI club. Wow.
Diamondbacks, a team that has been down but never out of it. 14-inning win in yesterday's game over Atlanta. They follow it up by trailing by 3 runs at one point in this game, 4-1. They dealt with the adversity, and the team continued to stay together, never stressed. Even after every opportunity, we would grind. And now they are rewarded with a championship, the second one for Arizona in the last 6 years. They last won in 2019. We're getting ready for the award and trophy celebration, but both teams really put forth a great effort today, Cole.
Great effort from start to finish. You know, it was a championship game. It was what we thought what we were hoping it would be, just a tight game. Both teams came to play. It's heartbreaking that one of them has to go home, the runner-up, but just what a game. The total time of game was 2 hours and 24 minutes. And, man, there's no crying in baseball, but there's a lot of smiles out there on this D-backs side right now. Hats off to them. They're our champions.
So let's get it down to Sandy with a special post-game presentation.
When you get a second.
I'm here with a very special announcement. Standing with me is MLB VP of Baseball and Softball Development, David James, to present the trophy of tonight's MLB Develops MVP Award presented by Chevrolet to Juan Hernandez. Congratulations, Juan. Congratulations, a hard-fought battle. Juan, what did it take to secure the win tonight?
It took us trusting each other, having faith in all our coaches and every single one of our players, and being a team.
How special is this team and this team's chemistry?
This team is really special. You know, I think we're the only team to ever go undefeated in the regionals and in the World Series.
What does it mean to you to win this award?
It means everything. I mean, we're all great competitors, and I'm just so happy to be with these guys.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
What a victory for the Diamondbacks. They went completely undefeated throughout this RBI World Series, and they're going home with the championship. Cole, any final thoughts from your hometown team, Arizona, taking the win over Indiana and getting another victory in their trophy case?
Yeah, I was trying to be unbiased, but I played on the first iteration of this D-backs team, and I'm so happy for them and for my hometown. Hats off to Indy for all the fight that they left out there. They're a great team and a great program, and they've got so much to look forward to in the coming years with some of the players that they have coming back. But just an unbelievable effort by Juan Hernandez tonight, offensively and defensively from the get-go, helping them get going with their scoring and then finishing it off on the bump and passing it off to Fonseca. What a great team effort and what a great team.
Yeah, junior division will be the championship tomorrow, but the senior division has been decided. The Diamondbacks, they take the win 5-4 over Indy in walk-off fashion. For our producer, CJ Botita, our director, Drew Vincent, sideline reporter, Sandy Charles, and our color commentator, Cole Tucker, my name is Cedric Granger, wishing you a goodbye from Home Men's Stadium. What an RBI World Series it was in 2025, and the Diamondbacks are on the mountaintop.